Well, yeah, let's see what this is all about. Let's go. Create new file. Oh, this is so pretty. The beginning. Yes. Tangle Tower. Mid-afternoon. So this is Tangle Tower. Okay, okay. Ooh. Lake's Edge. We look cute. Is that us?
You ready, Sally?
Rumor, I've been standing here for 7.5 minutes.
Just checking.
Do you have the map?
Yeah, but it's basically blank. Did you read the case file? What do you think?
I'm not sure yet. It's really not a lot to go on. Did you read it?
Yeah, I'll read it on the way to the crime scene.
Okay. Maybe we should go with mouse and keyboard. Then I'll leave the controller here. Case file. Murder victim. Freya Fellow, 19. Died whilst painting a portrait of Flora Fellow, 58. Location. Flora's tower. Flora was present as she was posing for a portrait. Freya Fellow was found lying on her back with a single stab wound on her chest. No weapon was found at the scene, but the subject of Freya's unfinished painting is holding a knife. The red color on the tip of the knife is not paint. It was discovered to be blood. I feel like it might be a little loud. So... you guys tell me. Freya. Freya Fellow. Okay. What's this? Can I drag? No? Click. Okay, this is what we know about the case. How was Freya killed? Oh, this is victim. Okay, yes. Victim. What's this? Okay, the suspects or everyone involved? Tangle Tower. Tangle Tower. A small painting on a scrap of paper. A few notes have been written on the back. Nowadays, it goes by Tangle Tower, but it's actually a pair of towers connected by a mansion at the base. Pair of towers connected by a mansion at the base. It's surrounded by a circular lake. The lake is an unusual mix of colors. The lake is enclosed by sheer pale cliffs. They're too steep and smooth to climb. Tangle Tower is currently home to both the Fellow family and the Pointer family. Okay, so each family takes a tower. But lake. Oh, okay, we don't have a... okay, it's not that Tangle Tower is a painting. We just have a painting. It's like a photograph of the tower, but it's a painting in this case. Case file. Okay, those are... okay, the music is strange. Oh, is this how we move? It is! Okay. Gardens. I was gonna say garden. Singular, but plural.
And it's full of the same weird water that was in the lake.
Okay.
Any fish in there?
Not a single one. Although there is something in there.
There is?
It's a cassette tape. Or it used to be.
Ooh, the cassette tape has been damaged by water. The ink on the label is blurred and illegible. Is this blood? Is this paint? Okay.
Spooky.
Spooky.
What do you think it's for?
Hey! What's up? What's up? How are you? Good morning. Hope you're having a very nice Monday afternoon. What time is it for you? It's afternoon already.
I think it's to scare away detectives.
Is it working?
A
No.
little bit. You are! Yay. Me too. Me too. Yes, I went out and I got some iced coffee. I'm very happy. So, the day is obviously better because I love my favorite coffee shop. I actually got this cup because it's a 20-ounce cup and the iced mocha is 20 ounce iced mocha. So I don't know if I've paid for the cup, you know, and uses in like every time I bring a cup, they give me a 50-cent discount. So I don't know if I've paid for the cup in 50 cent discounts, but maybe. And it's blue. Exactly. It's a lovely, lovely shade of blue. And it carries coffee. You need to update the sip counter for sip beverages. Now, do we click everything?
It's a stone carving. Wonder how it got cracked.
I think it's supposed to look like that. It's an egg.
How do we know if there's something important that we need to click on? I love gargoyles. I know this is not, but I love gargoyles, and I think that North American architecture is really lacking from not having too many gargoyles.
It's quiet.
Mm-hmm.
Too quiet.
You're supposed to say too quiet.
It's not. It's an appropriate amount of quiet.
Okay. So, do we... Okay. Main entrance. No, the O's missing.
Oh.
Someone stole the O.
What?
Oh. There's an O
Oh.
on the floor.
The O's on the floor.
Oh yeah. Tangle.
Twir.
Twir.
Twir. Look at that.
Oh.
What?
Oh.
Tangle.
Twir.
Okay. Ooh, there's an envelope.
Is that an envelope?
It's been opened, but the letter's still in there. Let's read it.
Isn't that an invasion of someone's privacy?
They threw it out. Finders keepers.
No, definitely.
The envelope has been ripped open. There's a single piece of paper inside. The combination is drawn on the other sheet. Once you have memorized it, destroy it. I do not agree with your reasons. You will not find it down there. Okay. R.
Do you think he'll start to move if we try to go inside?
No, I think he'll just silently judge us.
What was the name of the families? Fellow family and the Pointer family. This is an R. I don't want to ring the doorbell yet.
Little
this?
bird feeders.
Oh.
How do you know they're for birds?
Should we ring the
Ding,
doorbell?
ding, ding.
Why would we not? It's a little melody.
I like it. Wait, are we not? Can I
Don't
go
think
in?
it's locked.
Oh, that means we can just walk straight in, right?
I'm pretty sure that's the rule, yeah.
Okay. I mean, this is where the game wants us to go. The game thinks we want to follow.
Let's head to the crime scene first. It's at the top of the West Tower, I think.
Fine, I want to go there. Grand Hall. Aquarium!
Now it's a big glass tube filled with water.
There are weeds in there. And sand.
It's an aquarium?
Could be. Except there's nothing living in it.
The mystery of the missing fish.
Anymore.
Okay, wait a damn minute. No, you. Fellow Pointer and the Fellow family and the Pointer family. So we have the Fellow family and we got the Pointer family. Okay, I like purple more, so we're gonna go this way first.
Sally, check those plants for clues.
Is soil a clue? This one has a big P.
That's probably important.
P.
How very perceptive of you.
A big letter F.
Of course. Who doesn't hang a giant banner of their initial in the lobby of their mansion?
What is that?
The family tree?
I think it's a family tree.
Look closer. Of course. Oh dear. Oh wow. Okay. So this is our victim, Fiona Fellow.
Fiona Fellow. Dead center. She
Dead
must be important.
center.
She's half Fellow and half Remington.
Remington? Wait. So the dude outside had an R, but it's the Fellow and the Pointer families.
Do you think she still lives here?
Oh no, she's not the murder victim. Freya is the murder victim. Freya was painting Fiona. Okay.
Freya Fellow.
The murder victim.
She's barely related to the main family at all.
I mean... Yeah, Fiona is definitely, you know, let's go for Poppy.
Poppy Pointer.
She's half Remington and half Pointer.
Do you think she still lives here?
Probably. Probably.
Penelope Pointer.
Half Pointer, half Brackley.
Do you think she still lives here?
Are you gonna ask that? Okay. Stone Top. Oh, those are the last names. Stone Top, Everstone, Dusk. Okay. So this one is half Remington, half Pointer. Fiona is half Fellow, half Remington, but she took Fellow. What all fits?
Fitz Fellow. Half Fellow, half Everstone.
Do you think he still lives here?
Okay. Come back to that later. Oh dear. Oh my, oh, this is so big. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 rooms. If I didn't miscount, which is kind of likely. Flora's Tower. Ooh, you look so nice. Oh. Okay. Click
Let's
everything
take a
else
look at
first.
that painting first.
Oh, why?
There it is. The unfinished portrait of Flora Fellow.
So...
Unfinished?
What? Freya was killed halfway through painting it?
Looks that way.
Oh, yeah, it's unfinished. Freya was unable to finish the painting as she died sometime during the process. Flora appears to be wielding a knife. The red substance on the tip was discovered to be blood. On the tip of the painting?
I wonder if all of Freya's paintings are this creepy. Maybe it's just because she never got to finish it.
There's something wrong with the crime scene. And something really weird about the murder weapon.
We didn't find a murder weapon.
Didn't she get stabbed? Oh. Oh my. There's something very strange about how Freya was killed. Flora Fellow is holding a knife tipped with blood because Freya put it there.
Flora Fellow is holding a knife tipped with blood because Freya put it there. Nope.
Nope. Okay. I thought that was the prompt. Okay. Okay. So, Flora does not... Is she a witness? Can I talk to her? No? Okay. A paintbrush. It's covered in blood. Okay, but it was removed from the crime scene. No. What the... A gramophone was used to knock out Flora.
A gramophone was used to knock out Flora Fellow, but it was removed from the scene. That's not right.
No? Okay. What does a gramophone have to do with it? A paint palette is completely covered in red paint because Freya put it there.
The palette is completely covered in red paint because Freya put it there. That's not right either.
Okay. There's blood on the knife on the painting. Could that possibly mean a paintbrush is covered in blood? Did I try that one?
Is completely covered in blood because Freya put it there.
I think I did.
That's not right
Yeah.
either.
It didn't stab Freya. Freya was not going to eat it. Freya was not going to eat any paint. Ooh, do we think she got stabbed with a paintbrush?
The paintbrush is completely covered in
I wish I
blood,
could look
but
at the
it was
crime scene.
removed from the scene. That's not right either.
Can I? What's this? Oh. I didn't want to. I want to see the. I want to see the crime scene.
Paintbrush was used to kill blood, but it was removed from the scene. That's not right either. Paintbrush was used to kill Freya Fellow, but it was removed from the scene. That's not right either.
Okay. Blood needs to be involved. It's hidden inside the gramophone. No. The gramophone is broken. Has to be this one.
Flora's portrait is holding a knife tipped with blood because Freya put it there. Almost. Maybe just change one thing.
Okay. We're getting closer. Because Freya put it there. But it was removed from the scene. No, the portrait's still there. Freya stole it. No. Because it stabbed Freya.
Flora's portrait is holding a knife tipped with blood because it stabbed Freya.
Okay. Unexpected.
Weird, huh?
Yeah.
You think Freya was stabbed by a painting, not by the woman from the painting, but by the painting itself.
Mm-hmm. Freya was standing right up by the canvas when she was killed. There's blood on the knife. It's the murder weapon.
Right, but it's not actually a knife. It can't stab.
See any other knives around here?
Thank God Sally has,
Case closed.
common
The case
sense.
is not closed. And even if you were right, where does that leave us? A painting can't be a murder suspect.
An unfinished painting. I did not think it was going to go that way. Okay, yes, crime scene. I want
Is
to
that
click
a
on things.
gramophone?
I think so. Except it's got a tape deck instead of a turntable.
It's also got a big crack down the middle.
Gramophone. It plays cassette tapes instead of vinyl records. It's pointed towards the middle of the room. There's a noticeable crack running through it, all the way from the horn down to the tape deck. So, okay.
What about the cassette tape?
Yeah, it sure is. Pink.
Aww. The cassette tape has a crack down the middle. There's a handwritten message on the label to Freya. Can't investigate it further? Okay.
Do you think it still works?
The gramophone? Yeah, we could give it a go.
How do I give it a go? Oh, try.
It's piano music.
I wanted to finish listening. It's a recording of piano music. It plays for a short while before stopping. I want to see when it stops. It's cute. Oh. It's a recording of someone walking outdoors. A distorting, humming melody can be heard. Okay, that's very creepy. We should stop that.
Is that an egg? An egg with bird feet.
It's also covered in gemstones.
Did you know what a cassette looked like? Just saying, because those things have been long gone. Yes. They're cute. They have little tingly feet. They got teeth. It's been a while since I've seen a cassette tape, to be honest. I remember last time I saw a cassette tape, I was moving. I moved in 2017? And I was packing out my mom's stuff, and she still has some cassette tapes and those like transparent like cases. But like, I don't think we have anything that plays those. Like, I don't think we have like an audio player that has a cassette slot port thing. Honestly, it's so hard to do even like CDs or DVDs nowadays. Like, I'm lucky to have that my PS5 reads Blu-rays. But it doesn't read like CDs. And I have CDs. And I can't play them.
What a completely ordinary object.
Sure, no.
I think it's a container for something.
Oh my god, it's a puzzle.
Those gems look like they come off.
Oh, okay. Swap the position gems, rotate the egg to see a clue in the back. Okay. So they don't connect. So they don't make sense, that's what you're telling me. Like, it's not the blue connects to the blue. What a weird puzzle. Thank you for giving me the answer, but why would this make sense? Oh, wait. Okay, so the purple connects to the yellow, and it's like an L shaped with a ladder. So it's these two. And this is the purple, and this is the yellow. And then we have a curvy shape, and it's a green primogem and a red square. Okay, curvy shape. And this is the red, and this is the green. Cool, we've done these and these. Now. So this big L is a purple and a blue. And the purple is on the bottom. And the blue is on the top of the L. Okay, so this is going to be a purple. But it can't be this purple because this purple is in use. And this is going to be a blue. You haven't done this one yet. Did you say Kirby shaped? Wait, which one? I mean, could be. It's a little squarer than I thought a Kirby would look like, but... Okay, done this one, this one. Now, next one is... Ooh, long lines. And they're both purple. Okay. They're both pink, technically. Okay, long line. So these two. Okay, done this one, this one. Now this is blue. Blue and red. Okay, so this is like a little booty. Like a boot. You know? And it's blue on the top part of the boot, and then red on the bottom part of the boot. Yeah. So this is blue on the top part of the boot, and red on the bottom part of the boot. Okay. Now we've done the L. Blue and purple, yes. Next one, the boot. Okay, green. Okay, this one is a lasso, a square lasso, and then The one that has a little leg is green and the other one is yellow. So it's this one. And the one that has a little leg is green. And the other one is yellow. And then we've done this one, the 2 purples. And yeah. So shouldn't it be right? Purple and yellow. Okay, purple and yellow. Purple and yellow. Then we have green and red. Then we have blue and purple. Then purple and purple. I mean, pinkish. Yeah. Then blue and red, the booties. Blue at the top, red at the bottom. This green and yellow. So should be right. Do you not want to open now? I have a feeling if I press this, it's gonna reset.
Just gonna rest my brain.
Okay.
Is
Don't
that
reset.
An egg.
It's
Please.
completely.
I have a feeling it reset everything. It did, didn't it? What's this button?
Reset the puzzle?
Reset the puzzle. Okay. Okay, let's do this again. You guys are both pink. Wait, can I? Okay, I can't rotate the gem. Okay, cool. I was worried about that. Hi Zed, what's up? We are racking our brains with the second puzzle. The first puzzle was harder. This one we accidentally just reset it. I didn't think it was gonna reset it, to be honest, so we're just putting it back to where it was. How are you doing? Good to see you. Okay, the square is green and yellow. These are 2 purples. This one is purple and yellow. Purple and yellow, perfect. Then this is red and green. The opposite, yes. And then blue and purple. See, I think we're back to where we were. And yet, nothing is dinging. Did you enjoy struggles last night? Yes, although I feel like that game is a little unfair. Can
It's some kind of clue about where to put the gemstones.
Oh, what if I click on the hinge?
It's
No?
some kind of clue about where to...
I got it.
I'm impressed.
Oh. I thought that was gonna give me a hint. That's why I didn't click on it.
Did it unlock? What's in there?
Yeah, I think that game is a little bit unfair. Either that or you're really bad at it. But you're not usually bad at video games. So I think the game is a little unfair. Like, genuinely. Like... I mean... I get, like, you know, for instance, like the bed puzzle, that was a little bit weird. But that's understandable. But, like... I don't know. I think either the game is expecting you to be, like, some god-level gamer. And you can't get hit once, which is, like, not fun. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like it. I like the game, but like, I don't know. Why is it so hard?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Nothing,
Well,
come on.
I'm not leaving without a clue. An empty egg is a clue, right?
Empty egg. Once unlocked, the egg can be opened. It's currently empty. The lining of the egg is a soft, velvet-like material. The egg is supported by a stand made of brass. It rests on 3 strange feet with pointy claws. Cool. You're just salty they gave you the cure after that fight? Bro. Also, that lizard, stuff of nightmares, okay?
Freya's painting supplies.
Ooh, they're cracked. Small glass pots of red, yellow, blue, black, and white paint. The glass pots are all cracked down one side. All of them. Okay. Interesting.
Freya's painting supplies.
Nope, I did not click this one. I clicked the other one. Okay, we've clicked on the painting.
Supposedly, Freya was working on the painting when she was killed. Looks like she was still holding her paintbrush and palette when she fell.
Didn't even get a chance to clean her brush.
Brush and palette. The palette has a variety of paints loaded onto it. The largest is a blob of black right in the middle. The paintbrush is still covered with dried red paint. So the paintbrush has red paint, but the portrait has blood on it. I think it's time.
The outline of Freya Fellow. Looks like she fell onto her back. There's a single patch of blood, right in the middle. No real signs of a struggle.
That's weird.
What?
Her feet were right up by the canvas.
So?
So she was probably standing really close to the canvas when she fell.
Let's check the case file again.
Okay. Murder victim. Freya Fellow, 19. Dice while painting a portrait of Flora Fellow, 58. Yeah, this is the one we read. Yeah, the red color on the tip of the knife is not paint, it's blood. Why do you want me to check the case file again? Let's investigate. Oh.
Flora Fellow?
Nice hair.
Hey, sorry to barge in. I'm sure you're still in some distress.
We need to ask you a few questions, I'm afraid.
Did you witness the murder, Flora?
Nothing. What do we do?
Not sure. She's entitled to her silence, I suppose.
For now.
Okay. Encounter.
Flora Fellow?
Oh. I can ask
Is
them
there
questions.
anything you'd like to tell us, Flora? I don't really know anything about you at all.
I think that's the way she likes it. We'll just have to ask other people about her.
Yeah, okay.
Freya was painting
More
her
to
portrait
hear.
yesterday. Is that right?
Was this something you had planned with her ahead of time?
Was there something special about yesterday?
Did you talk to Freya at all while she was painting you?
She's not going to answer us, is she?
Nope. But at least we can say we tried.
Yep.
Flora, you were
Statement.
definitely in the room at the time of the murder. Surely you must have seen something? Can you tell me anything about what happened to Freya?
Nope.
She's acting pretty suspicious if you ask me.
I don't know. Maybe she really doesn't know anything.
How is that possible?
Okay. We'll come back later.
Half the room is a big open window.
I don't know if you can call it an open window. It's more like the sudden absence of wall.
Yep. Okay. We got a gramophone. We got the paints. There's an eye.
We're at the top of the tower, right?
I think so. Why?
Doesn't matter. It's nothing.
Okay.
That's the only door in and out of the room.
It's also on the floor.
Sure is. Guessing it's not supposed to be down there.
Oh. Okay, I thought this was like a hatch thing. Like, I thought they came up from... So, someone busted down the door? Okay. Good to know. Now can we go here? Stone Square. Ooh, new people. Okay. Ooh, we got a dragon. We got a dragon.
It's a sea serpent,
A sea serpent, my bad.
turned into stone by a wizard.
If you say so. What happened to its head?
Beheaded by the same wizard.
Of course.
There's a metal plaque on the bench.
Is there a message engraved on it?
I think there was at one point,
Aw.
but someone scratched it off.
Hey, rude. Ooh, gorgeous.
A giant glowing gemstone full of plants.
AKA a greenhouse.
I love Sally. Sally's great. Hello. Hi.
Whoa, nice cape.
You're not fellows or pointers. I'm sure I shall immediately regret asking. But who are you, and what is your business here?
I'm Sally, and this is my sidekick Grimoire.
A private detective, Grimoire.
Really? You're a detective. If this is a joke, it's not a good one.
Who are you, anyway?
Private Detective Hawkshaw.
Oh, nice. Hawkshaw's a cooler name than Grimoire. Maybe I'll become her sidekick.
You're not on the Freya Fellow case, too, are you?
That is classified information between myself and my client. Clearly, this is something which eludes you. But a real detective refrains from handing out informations to persons unknown.
Oh, right.
Now, if you would, I have work to do. It's not in my interest to discuss personal details.
Even if you're one of the suspects in a murder?
Very well. Let us make a small exception.
Okay. Do tell us.
Ask.
Oh, what are you doing here?
I'm on a case at the behest of my client.
How long have you been at Tangle Tower?
133 hours. 5.5 days.
Who are you working for?
I am not at liberty to answer that. Now, I shall permit you one more question.
Good, because I have one more
crime are-
How'd you
question
get
here.
that scar? It's cool.
You really think so?
Nice.
As it happens, I completed an examination of Flora's room on the morning before the murder. I've been investigating every single room at Tangle Tower. Hers is one of the last on my list.
What do you mean
Did you
before
find
the
anything
murder?
unusual?
Nothing but a thin layer of dust and an atmosphere of somber melancholy.
Was Flora in there at the time?
She spent the duration of my search staring up at the sky, out the open window. Didn't say a word, although I'm told this is the expected behavior.
What did you do after that?
I spent the early evening searching the library. It took longer than it should have. Fiona leaves that room in a permanent state of disarray.
Fiona was in the library too.
I expected her to make an appearance, but she did not.
And you stayed in the library the rest of the day?
Not quite. Towards the early evening, my examination of the library was unexpectedly disrupted. Sounds of running, wailing, shouting from several floors above. I vacated the library, but before I could begin my ascent, Professor Pointer appeared. He emerged from the Pointer
Professor
staircase,
Pointer?
crossed the hall, and begun up the fellow staircase. Our eyes met. He was breathless. Something had caused him great alarm. He told me to stay out of the way. I consented. I decided to return to my office in the stone square. As I was passing through the front door, Penelope called out from behind me. She was clutching the banister of the Pointer staircase with an apprehensive manner. She wished to know where Professor Pointer had gone. I told her what had transpired. Then, she too crossed the hall and disappeared up the fellow staircase. More so than at any moment prior, I felt like quite an intruder in the house. I took my leave, out towards the stone square. The grounds were silent. There were no
Is there
signs of
someone
human life.
snoring?
Even the greenhouse was without its typical inhabitant. I noted that he, too, must be entangled in whatever was transpiring
Entangle, you
in Fellow
say?
Tower. An unremarkable hour passed before the gardener finally made his appearance. He spoke to me of what had occurred. His report was as clumsy and cumbersome as the man giving it.
Did he seem upset?
He was rattled, that much was clear, but sorrowful, mournful, I cannot say.
Okay. This is still locked. Interesting. So unless there is some way of going from here to here, like through here, or a zip line, then the people that we just saw, the professor and the lady, since they had to go down and up, like they would not be suspects. But I have a feeling there's gonna be some way of crossing back here that we don't know about yet. Let's go to the greenhouse. Shiny.
This one's in a little pot.
Okay, that is definitely not edible.
It looks like a gemstone, don't you think?
Potted fruit. A potted fruit with a hard gemstone-like skin. The soil in the pot is of an unusual blue color. Okay.
That's a handsome beetle.
You got an Onikabuto over here.
Looks like he might have magic powers.
Is that fruit? It's shaped like fruit.
Too shiny to be fruit. I think it's glowing a little too.
It looks so
Safe to
cool
eat,
though.
you think?
I'm gonna say no.
Trying to not click on this ominous person here, but I think they're gonna be next.
A little chart of, actually, I have no idea what it's about.
Okay.
Kinda reminds me of a periodic table.
This is, you know, this looks like pie. This looks like, that. This looks like also that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Why is it 7, 6?
Greek letters, I think. What do you make of it?
Not a whole lot.
I'll be back later. Hello.
Sally, don't move. We're being watched.
Yeah, I see him. He's a little too big to hide in the bushes. Is anyone going to say anything? Or shall we just stand around staring at each other?
Right, sorry. Sorry.
That's better. I'm Sally. And the guy hiding behind me is Detective Grimoire. Who are you?
Fitzfellow, the gardener.
And why are you so tall?
You can't just ask
don't
someone why they're
know.
tall.
You work here as the gardener.
I don't get paid to do it. It's just my area of interest.
Okay.
What's the deal with the plants? They're all kinda weird.
Shiny.
Right. Did you see the lake?
That giant green and purple lake surrounding the entire house? Yeah, I clocked it.
The color is just a byproduct.
Of what? Poison?
It's not poisonous. Not to you.
What's this got to do with the plants?
It's
The water
poisonous to the
controls
plants.
all life, just like anywhere else on the planet. Clouds form, rain falls. The water grows the plants, animals eat the plants. Anything you've perceived as an irregularity is simply a result of this hydrological cycle.
Could you say that again, but like condense it as if you were talking to a slightly stupid person?
Our lake water causes the unpredictable alteration of DNA. Sometimes.
Alteration? Like mutation?
That'd be the official term. For us, it's normal. Just nature.
And you're the local expert on all this stuff?
No. I'm just the gardener.
I like Fitz.
I was in my greenhouse, watering and weeding.
Sounds exciting.
Was anyone else around?
Not at first. Penelope came in a little later. She likes looking at the flowers, I think.
Did you speak to each other?
A little, not too much. We both left the greenhouse in the early afternoon. I went up to my room. Then I came back outside to weed the main gardens. Didn't see anyone else. After that, I went up to the garden outside my room.
And?
Let me guess. Watering and weeding.
Right.
Did anything happen to you yesterday, Fitz?
No. Okay.
I was up in the rooftop garden. It was quiet. And then, it wasn't. I can't describe it. Could have been a scream, but it didn't sound human. We thought it was coming from Flora's tower, so we went up there.
We.
Poppy was with me. Did I not mention that? Flora's room was locked. That's normal. She usually locks it from the inside. I knocked on the door and shouted. Nobody responded. We became concerned.
You broke
kicked the
down the
door down?
door.
I did. Poppy and I went in. Freya was right there, laying on her back. Flora was there too, but I barely noticed her at first. Poppy left the room for a while. When she came back, she had her father with her, and Fifi too. Penelope arrived shortly after that, with Felix in tow. I thought that was odd. You don't normally see the two of them together. Felix took charge. There was nothing else I could do to help. I wanted to go back to my room, but I realized nobody had told Detective Hawkshaw anything. I found her pacing back and forth around the stone square. When I approached her, she snapped at me. I think she was annoyed about being made to wait outside so long. But when I told her about Freya, she fell silent.
So why was the detective even there if the murder hadn't occurred? Because the murder occurred yesterday. Yesterday? I think.
She was always kind.
Oh.
To me. She'd come into the greenhouse when I was working. Sometimes by herself, sometimes with Poppy. I think they were just bored at first. Eventually,
didn't know
they
what to
started
get
asking
profiles?
questions.
About what?
Poppy wanted to learn about flowers. Freya, she used to ask me about the insects.
Insects.
One of my jobs is
Like
to
this one.
protect plants from things that might eat them. Freya brought me this little glass box, leaves and twigs inside. She'd say, put all the troublemakers in there. Every day I'd put a handful of beetles and other things in the box. Then she'd come along and take it away. I didn't really understand her, but she was always kind.
Okay. So we gotta ask them about everyone else. Maybe about themselves.
Have you met this guy, Fitz? Shifty eyes, doesn't say a lot. Totally suspicious, if you ask me.
That's me.
Yeah, that's... It was a joke. I was joking.
Oh, I see. She questioned me.
About what?
My work.
The murder?
plants, bit of everything.
Did she search the greenhouse?
No, she didn't.
You sure? Maybe she did it when you weren't in there.
No, she hasn't touched it.
How can you tell?
Trust me. I can tell. I like Flora. I hope she's all right.
Do you think she had anything to do with the murder?
There's no way. She wouldn't willingly cause any additional suffering for anyone.
Willingly, huh?
Fitz's room is unlocked. It's up in the fellow tower.
This could be interesting.
Later. Okay, so. Oh, okay. Now we have connections. Nice. What's this? I don't know. Oh, this is this. Okay. Ooh, her room. Okay. Hey, Doc. What's up? How's the trip? What time is it? Is it train time already? Yes, many suspicious things, but I don't think she murdered. Okay. Just sat down on the train? Huh. I knew it. Nah. I forgot I need to ask her about the people. Yes.
I'll say this.
Give me the
He's
deets.
well suited to physical labor.
That's a nice way to put it.
Fitz spends most of his time alone in the greenhouse. But I heard he's been breeding experimental flowers. In secret.
Wow.
Oh no, what a
scandal.
crime.
I just wonder if he's getting restless.
What a crime. Breeding flowers. looks fun. The animations are cool. The animations
Freya
are so
Fellow
cool.
is of great interest to
I
me.
really like them.
I perceived her to be the most intelligent individual here at Tangle Tower. Within a day, she had identified for whom I was working and for what I was searching. I didn't know how she did it. I was impressed. I regret that I did not question her more thoroughly when I had the opportunity.
You couldn't have known she was about to be killed, though.
I have only myself to blame for failing to perceive the signs.
What signs?
I do not wish to do your job for you, Detective. 314 cases solved. 314. Quite the stoic statue, isn't she? I can only dream of being as cold and indifferent as Flora Fellow.
You think she's hiding something?
Perhaps. She has some strange habits. I heard she barely sleeps, an hour here or there, sporadically. Spends the rest of her time staring up at the sky.
I think that this is adorable. That's great. So we are investigating the murder of Fiona. Is it Fiona or Flora? The one that's not the old lady. Let's check. Freya. Neither. We're investigating the murder of Freya Fellow. She was painting Flora, and she died. And then, so far, Fitz was not near the crime scene. He was in his room with Poppy, and then Detective Hackshaw was downstairs. Now, let's see who else we can meet. Let's go this way. Music room. Ooh.
Are they paper lanterns?
Whatever they are, I like them. It's like a little parade of floating spirits.
I like the trees. The leaves. Train is moving. I was gonna say, like, don't let everyone go away without you, but you're right inside, so enjoy the trip.
Oh, whatever it is, it's playing a little trumpet.
But something fell. Something broke.
Well, it is the music room. He's got to practice.
What's with all the broken glass?
Yeah. Horn statue. A shiny statue of a strange creature holding a large horn. There's a noticeable crack running along the length of the statue's horn. Inside the horn and on the ground below are various shards of cracked glass. Why is everything cracked in here? I see. Well, why is everything cracked in this place?
One old wooden bookcase.
Yep.
25 dry old books.
Dry. That's how we like our books to be.
4 lit candles.
Yeah.
Am I the only one seeing the problem?
You shouldn't put the candles on top of very dry books.
Sheet music. It's handwritten.
That's a lot of notes. Looks pretty difficult.
Probably why they're on the floor.
Ooh, do you think this person is the one who did the cassette tape?
Are you a ghost?
Sally! That's rude! Unless she is a ghost.
It may come as a disappointment, but I am alive.
Ah,
That makes you a suspect, I'm afraid.
I know.
what's your name?
My name is Poppy. I'm a pointer.
Ooh,
And a
she's
pianist.
Poppy.
We'll need to ask you a few questions about Freya.
I know.
Hey, you're pretty good.
All in the wrist. And 13 years of dedicated practice.
Okay.
I'm just me. There's nothing to know.
How are
She's
you
like-
related to the other pointers?
My father is Percival Pointer. The professor spends most of his time hidden away in his tower. Barely speaks to anyone these days. Especially not the fellows.
Do you get on with the fellows?
2 of them. Fifi and Freya are my closest friends. We all turned 19 last year.
Do people ever leave Tangle Tower? I don't mean to be rude.
What
It's
about
just-
Fitz?
If you're 19...
You don't have to answer that, Poppy.
It's a fair question. I'd like to move away. Definitely. Fifi, Freya, and I would often talk about it, argue about it. Freya wanted to leave, but Fifi, things are more complicated for her.
What about now?
After what happened, I really don't want to stay here much longer.
Okay.
3.5 hours of piano practice. Soon as I wake up. Same as always.
3.5. Does that not hurt your hands?
Sure.
And you do this in the music room?
No, I prefer to practice in my room. When I make mistakes, I like to make them in private.
What did you do after that?
I was supposed to meet Fifi in the library, but I totally forgot. When I finally got down there, she'd already gone. I
Aw.
checked her bedroom, but it was locked.
Was Fifi not in there?
No idea. She keeps her door locked either way, so I went back upstairs.
She has
and
a
out
bow.
into the
That's so
moonlight
nice.
Garden.
The what?
The little garden on the roof outside my room.
Was it just you up there?
No, Fitz came outside after a while. His room's on the other side. He's been teaching me about flowers.
Aha! The rooms are connected by the garden.
So, did you talk to him?
Not really.
You ignored each other.
I didn't say that. Fitz and I were up in the moonlight garden most of the afternoon. Then we heard this sound. Lasted about 3 seconds. I've been trying to decide how to describe it, but I'm struggling. It was like something drilling into a piece of metal, but different. Worse. I was pretty sure it was coming from Flora's tower, so we went up there to check. Her door was locked. Nobody was answering. I knew Freya and Flora were both supposed to be in there, so I made Fitz kick down the door. I went inside. Freya was lying on the floor.
Flora was in the room too?
Yeah. I think she realized what had happened at the same moment I did. I didn't know what to do, so I ran downstairs to get Fifi. Her door was still locked, but I knocked and shouted at her. Eventually, she let me in. The lights were off, but I could see she'd already been crying. I told her what had happened. She didn't believe me. She got angry. First time I've ever seen her angry. I dragged her out into the hall. My father was there too, for some reason. The three of us went back up to Flora's tower. Then Felix arrived. He had Penny with him. Fifi had this idea. She wanted to do some kind of scientific test. She took me down to the library. We were in there about 15 minutes. After she was done, she went back upstairs and I went back to my room.
That's it?
That's it.
Do we think she was crying because Poppy forgot about her? And not like, oh, she's crying because she already knows she's dead, but she's crying because, like, you know, she got abandoned by her best friend or something?
Needless noise from tongues expel, unless within the mouth they dwell. The spoken word, unfit for dealing with the shifting form of feeling. Stand unblinking in the face of taciturn and soundless space. With surging tide, the waves are thrown, an entity of all its own. But on its surface you may see, reflected in the waters be, the orchestrator, pale and still, pulling strings, enacting will.
Do we think whoever hired Hackshaw is the same person that orchestrated the murder of Freya?
Hard of head, but free of mind, unimprisoned, unconfined. With starry eyes, she sees beyond, behind our walls, beneath our pond. A soul untied, it's hers, it's free. Was then, is now, will ever be.
Nice.
Softly does the flower grow, all in time, and time is slow. Rest a seed within the earth, but do not rush its gentle birth. Hour by hour, day by day, tune your heart to nature's way. That's me. I'm on a list of murder suspects. Always thought that would be kinda cool, but it's just tedious.
Falls a little short, doesn't it?
Okay.
All right. Poppy's bedroom is unlocked.
I wonder what's in there.
Later. Now. Anything else in here?
There's a faded mural on the wall.
When I was a kid, I never knew the difference between a mural and a mosaic.
You still don't know, do you?
No.
Okay. Now. These are the rooms, I assume. Let's go to this one. This one looks the coolest. Aviary. Those are some different hands. See the birds first.
They're bird cages, but the birds are coming and going freely.
Is that a metaphor?
Oh, it totally is.
My little writing desk. It's kind of cute.
There's nothing written in the book, although someone's torn a page out of the middle.
Look at this
Check out
butterfly.
that butterfly.
Yeah.
Looks evil.
Wow, judgmental.
It totally looks evil. Okay.
I don't like mirrors. They steal your soul.
How do you get your hair so symmetrical without using a mirror?
I do by weight. I can feel if one side is heavier than the other.
Oh, just beautiful. What is it?
Huh?
Sort of a delicate jade, but with a little seafoam green, is that right?
Sorry?
Your
The
hair,
hair,
dear!
yeah.
Which shade do you use? It's lovely! And that shape, you're really pushing the envelope.
Oh, thanks. I do what I can to offset Grimoire's beige on brown ensemble.
Detectives don't need to be brightly colored. We prefer to blend into the background.
Oh, you're the detective? Delightful. Penny Pointer, pleasure.
Is that short for Penelope?
Officially, yes, but I never can be bothered with all 4 syllables of it. Penelope sounds a little ostentatious coming out of the mouth, don't you think?
I like Penelope.
Sure. Yeah.
20-something, Aquarius, love to travel, and nearly all of my friends are birds.
Travel?
Uh-oh.
Where to?
Anywhere at all, as long as it has species worth studying. Ornithology, they call it. I call it the only thing I've ever been good at.
And have you studied the birds here at Tangle Tower?
But of course! Where else do you think I developed my love of the field? No matter where I go, I always find myself coming home to Tangle Tower.
Because of the birds.
Oh, no, because of him! Silly to admit, but I suppose I can't bear for us to be apart.
Who are you talking about?
Oh, don't you know? My fiancé, dear Fitz. He's not really the traveling type, you see.
Fitz fellow.
The very one.
Okay.
You're engaged to a member of the Fellow family? That's interesting.
I'm not especially interested in whatever tedious feuding goes on between our two families. Fitz and I find it much easier to stay out of it altogether.
He didn't mention that he was engaged.
I awoke early and headed down into the greenhouse to see Fitz. He's always there, crack of dawn, every morning like clockwork.
How come?
It's where he's happiest. That and he has a great deal of work to do every day, watering, pruning, mulching, whatever that is.
Whenever she's facing forward, her lips do a little hard.
Do you help him with the work in the greenhouse?
Oh, no. I wouldn't dream of it. I'd probably break something.
So, you stayed with Fitz the whole day?
No. In the early afternoon, he went back inside. Rather suddenly, as it happens.
Did he say why?
He didn't. Probably just a touch of heat stroke, the poor dear. He's more delicate than you'd think.
What did you do after that?
Let's see. I returned to the aviary to feed my birds.
And how many birds are you responsible for?
Officially
They look so cute
4,
over here.
but in truth it's more like 400.
Can they not feed themselves?
Of course. And they often do. But I think they just like the company. As do I.
No.
Sometime in the evening, I left the aviary and headed back towards my room. But In the hall, I spotted Uncle Pointer heading down the stairs. He was muttering something. Seemed a bit upset, the poor dear. I followed him down.
And then the
but
detective is
grand hall
here.
was empty by the time I got there. Empty aside from Detective Hawkshaw, who was loitering over by the library. I don't know what it was, but she looked a little lost. I inquired about the professor, and she told me he'd gone up the fellow tower.
This way.
I ran up the stairs, hoping to catch up with him, but Felix appeared and blocked my path. For some reason, he was coming out of Fitz's bedroom. He looked rather lost, too. I told him I was looking for Uncle. He suggested we look up in Flora's tower room. We could see from the hallway. The door was off its hinges. I knew then something was terribly wrong. A moment later, we were gazing down on the body of poor Freya. Uncle Pointer was there. Fitz, too. Standing over in the corner with Fifi and Poppy.
What about Flora?
Of course, silent as ever. Uncle suggested we should leave. Give the others some space, you know. So he and I both returned to our
Technically,
rooms
everybody
in
needed
Pointer Tower.
space. It's murder. She's sus.
Oh, she's beautiful. Who is she? Wait, is that me? Isn't he strapping?
He is big.
And so brooding.
Kinda sulky, yeah.
I can never tell what's going on in that beautiful head of his.
It just sounds like you don't know him very well.
I don't remember asking for your input. Oh, did you talk to Poppy already?
Yeah, a little bit.
And did you make any notes of what she told you?
Yeah, I did.
Lovely. Burn them. It'll all be lies.
Why would Poppy lie to us?
Because that's what she does. She's a snake. Looks like one, too.
Don't you think you're being a little unfair, Penny?
She started it.
Interesting. We got some feuds happening between Penny and Poppy.
She'd sit in the aviary, first thing in the morning, and paint the birds. Sometimes she'd ask me their names.
Freya was interested in studying bird species too?
No, just wanted to know their names. Isabelle, Clementine, Myrtle, Lysandre, Genevieve.
Got it, thanks.
For my 21st
All girls?
birthday, she gave me a framed painting. All the birds from a single spring, with their names written underneath.
Aww.
I can't begin to tell you how much I've treasured it.
Sounds like you two were close.
I feel like I always struggled to articulate my admiration for her, but she had a way of understanding unspoken things.
Okay. Let's see if that painting is in your bedroom, Penny.
She's a most unsavory little... She was incredibly rude about my appearance.
Which part? The giant bird arms, or...
If I were her, I'd go easy on the judgment of others. I mean, look at her. She looks like the ghost of a scarecrow. I just wish Uncle Pointer would tell her to behave herself.
Professor Pointer? Why him?
Oh, it was Uncle that called her in. She's his responsibility. Did you not know that?
Okay.
A fellow bird enthusiast. She's quite the expert, truth be told. Studied them professionally at one point. I think her father taught her.
Are you friends with Flora?
A little bit.
A little bit friends.
She's one for the peace and quiet. I dare say I'm a little too loud for her.
I can see that.
I do admire her, though, really. Always felt like she could have done better than settle for Felix.
Ouch.
I said it.
Okay. We got some interesting things. She doesn't like Poppy. Uncle Pointer hired Hawkshaw. Married to Fitz. Engaged to Fitz. Not married yet.
We can get into Penny's room now.
Now, like...
Later.
right now.
Is there anything else that would be interesting to see here? Okay. Start with this room. Penny's room. Okay. Where's that painting, huh? Is it the painting?
That bed. It's like something from a fairy tale.
Does it feel warm over here, or is it just me?
No, you're right. Maybe the bed has some kind of heater.
It's not coming from the bed, it's coming from the wall. A little bedtime reading?
Let's see. Romance novels, detective novels, and
What?
this one appears to be both.
Nice.
Huh.
Traveling cases.
Why so many?
Empty. All of them.
That's sunflower.
There's something weird about it. It just feels out of place.
Potted flower. A brightly colored flower with an unusual shape. It looks very healthy and well looked after. The soil in the pot looks fresh and moist. Ooh, someone just watered it. It's also an unusual blue color. So it comes from Fitz's garden.
It's a birdhouse.
Are those real birds? Nope. They're wooden.
They're using up all the perches. What if a real bird wanted to use it?
Swap the positions of the 7 birds. Okay. So. This one's looking in, this one's looking in. This one's looking down. I have a feeling this would be here, you know, because it's like a line. But then this wouldn't be here, the open eye. I think the open eye has to be in the middle. So these two have big open beaks. These 3 have silent beaks, and this one has a middle. Oh no, wait, I'm silly. Okay, these 2 are up here. And then they fathered 2 big eye birds, fathered a big eye bird. And then this bird and this, you know? So it's gonna be like this. And then like this.
That's the one.
Hehehe.
Hey, not bad.
Cause, you know, yeah.
Did the door open? What's in there?
What's in there? A crumpled paper. A ripped piece of paper crumpled into a ball. Red flower petals were found inside. A message is angrily scrawled onto the paper. Now I'll get her. Okay. There was a notebook in her aviary that had a page torn out. But
Looks like nature invited itself in.
there's a little
Rude.
X in this one. I want to know more about this heater thing.
That bed.
Does it?
No.
It's not coming
Okay.
from the bed.
Hats?
Ever get the feeling you're being watched?
The mannequins don't have eyes, though.
That's not a comforting sentence.
Okay. So, let's go back here real quick and see if we click on this, if it's gonna
A
say
little writing
something.
desk.
There's nothing written in the
No,
book.
it's not. Okay. Who's here? This Fitz's room? No, Poppy's room. What? This is so cool! Oh my god, Poppy has the coolest
It's an
room.
octopus.
No, it's not. It has 6 legs, not 8. Don't say it.
Sextopus. It's a metronome for keeping time.
Oh
It's
my.
ticking.
Okay.
Is it a bomb?
It's supposed to be ticking. Not sure what those symbols are, though.
Use the buttons to rotate all 4 metronome dials up to the hoop at the top. Oh, we can
That's
click on
done
it. I keep expecting it to just open. You know, I was like, why didn't it work?
What happened?
A little hatch unlocked in the back.
Okay.
Anything in there?
It's a photograph. Part of a photograph.
Ripped photo. The ripped photo shows a young girl with blonde hair and pink clothes. The girl in the photo is using a bright pink cassette player with matching headphones. Would you say it's this one? Okay. Okay, nice.
That is the bed of a vampire.
I thought vampires slept in coffins.
This is a vampire who needs firm support for their lower back. Ah, yes, a giant symbol drawn in chalk on the floor. Oh, it's a good omen.
It's an eye.
This is watching you. What's this?
A big glass door leads out into a garden. Somehow.
There's a little mechanism by the handle.
It's a lock. Slide the lid open, then move the tiles into the correct slots.
Nothing. Still
All
locked.
4 tiles have a moon symbol.
Those other symbols look like suns. Surely that's something to do with it?
I think it is, but in an abstract kind of way.
Okay, let's see. Where are the sun symbols? We can do one to the left? No. If it was one to the right, then it would be this. Yeah, no. What if we mirrored it? Nope.
Maybe the information
Where is it?
somewhere else.
Okay, cool. We can't solve this. Let's come
I
back
guess we'll
later.
come back later.
Okay, piano.
There's a name for this kind of piano. You know, these ones that stand upright?
I don't know,
Sheet music.
I know.
Presumably for piano.
but I don't know.
It's only a few notes. I'd barely even call that music.
Yeah, it's been framed though. Must be important for some reason.
It has a rose. You know what else has a rose? The gramophone. Okay, we got some socks.
Just a bunch of clothes on the floor. Nothing weird about that.
To you.
More socks.
Anything in the drawers?
Nothing you need to know about.
What about these drawers?
Empty. Anything in the wardrobe?
Dresses mostly. I never realized there were so many shades of black.
Okay. Oh,
A single red rose. How very traditional.
Yeah, weird.
it's weird. Astronomy tower. Ooh, is this Professor Pointer?
You know, I've always wanted one of those.
Why is he shaking the booty?
A mechanical solar system? What would you do with it?
You watch it spin?
I would look at it.
Wait a minute. Earth in the middle. Sun on the outside. How old is this thing?
Rotate the 5 planets, the sun and the moon around the middle. Oh, maybe I just rotate them all one time? This game is Earth-centric pass. I know, right? What a weird looking one.
Nothing.
So there are 2 ways to move the shadows. Rotate the
Yes.
planets and rotate the sun and moon.
Yes. But what do we want to do? We can make evil arms. The earth doesn't rotate. We'll come back later.
I'll do this later.
I think we might need to learn something about astronomy.
It's tidier than my desk.
It's tidier than my desk.
Oh, the notebook is untouched. It's completely blank.
Ooh, another notebook?
So, Even the most well-used notebooks start off blank.
Okay, let's talk to him.
Shh, listen. Do you hear them? The stars. They're whispering. So quiet.
I want
and
what he's
yet
having.
So loud.
What are they whispering about? Are they spreading rumors about us?
I shouldn't think they concern themselves with such insignificance. We are but specks of dust, you and I.
Could this speck of dust start by telling me his name?
You find yourself standing in the astronomy tower of one Professor Percival Pointer.
Seems like this tower belongs to the Pointers, and the other one belongs to the Fellows.
Yep.
Well observed, my dear. Tangle Tower is something of a duality as it happens. Meaningless boundaries, really. They exist only in our minds.
Helpful.
Me? Not much to say.
Me?
Strictly speaking, I'm the current head of the Pointer family. And of course, father to my precious Poppy.
And a professional astronomer?
Oh no, that's just a little hobby. I mean, yes, I've studied the stars for over 35 years, published 17 books.
Just a little hobby.
Just a little
Sounds
bit.
like you're quite well known. You must bring in a good amount of money.
Oh dear me, no. My field of research has never yielded any kind of stable financial return, nor would I expect it to. I am nothing but a humble interpreter for the cosmos, working to translate its message so that I may share it with the world.
Cool.
So what's
Tell
the
the
message?
Cosmos I say hi.
Welcome back.
The day began as any other, with blissful, unremarkable routine. I took my usual morning walk around the gardens. Fresh air does wonders for the mind.
Did you see anyone else?
Penelope and Fitz were in the greenhouse together. I didn't bother them, of course. I sat for a while besides the pond in the garden. It's a favorite spot of mine. Eventually, I returned to my tower and buried myself in my studies for the afternoon.
Did you use your telescope yesterday?
Once the stars began to appear,
Ooh.
naturally.
For how long?
I can't say.
You might have seen something.
I've been known to lose hours at my telescope.
Did you see anything?
No actual discoveries, if that's what you mean.
So you were all alone up in the astronomy tower. Must have been a while before you found out what had happened to Freya.
Quite. Normally, I would be the last to find out about such a thing. But a curious tug of fate led me towards the fellow tower later that evening. I was at my telescope for the majority of the evening, but at one point I returned to my desk to look something up in a reference book. I couldn't find the book I wanted, so I figured Fiona must have borrowed it. I left my tower and headed down towards the Grand Hall. I spotted Detective Hawkshaw coming out of the library. She looked impatient and slightly frustrated.
Wow, it was just a
Famous ever then?
coincidence? Okay.
Quite. I
In theory.
passed her by and went upstairs to Fiona's room. The door was locked, but I could hear shouting coming from inside. I recognized Fiona's voice as well as the voice of my own daughter. I had no desire to invade their privacy by eavesdropping, so I waited for them to finish and come out into the hall. Before I could ask about the book, Poppy grabbed my hand and took me upstairs along with Fiona. It was apparent that both of them had already been crying about something. We went up to Flora's tower. Freya was laying on her back, right in the middle of the room. Flora and Fitz were already there. They both looked stoic as ever. Felix and Penny arrived shortly after we did, and then Fiona went downstairs with Poppy for some reason. I quickly decided that I should leave
For
also.
some reason.
I took Penelope with me, and we both went back to our rooms in Pointer Tower.
Why did you leave so quickly? Wasn't there anything you could have done to help?
Don't take this the wrong way, but the whole ordeal is fellow family business. I'm quite sure they don't need me getting in the way at a time like that.
Weird.
A listless soul drifting through the ether.
What's wrong with her?
Not sure. She's always been troubled. Comes from a dysfunctional family. I'd say you could ask her about it, but I think you might find that to be a bit of a dead end.
Why do you look like you have something to hide?
Hard to read, that one, but she seems to know what she's doing.
She's kind of mean.
You know, I simply assumed all detectives were sharp, rigorous, and thorough. Then, of course, I met you. I don't especially want to talk about myself. Introspection often leads to vanity.
Wait, does it?
Why don't we discuss the moons of Jupiter instead?
I'm not sure if we have time. Aren't there like 10 of them?
83.
Yeah, we don't have time.
Nobody could deny her talent. She was remarkable, artistically gifted, but also highly intelligent.
Those two things aren't mutually exclusive, you know.
Was she ever interested in astronomy?
I don't think she was. The fault may well lie with me for failing to inspire her. But I think she
The
was
fault in our
captivated
stars.
by more tangible things here on Earth. My daughter loved her. Fiona, too. That said, in the last year or so, more and more I've begun to notice her by herself, wandering the gardens at the most peculiar hours. She must have explored every inch of the grounds 100 times over. Quite a restless spirit, I think. I'm surprised she chose to live at Tangle Tower as long as she did.
Restless spirit and listless soul. Are we talking about Dora? I think so. You know what? She did die. So Poppy said that she wanted to move out, and Freya wanted to move out too. But Fifi, which we haven't found yet, we have two people left. I think we have Fifi and the other dude, Felix. Poppy said that Fifi didn't want to move. I wonder what Freya was doing. We'll find out.
Ah, Penelope, our resident ornithologist.
Penny's your niece, is that right?
At this moment in time, until she marries the gardener.
She'll still be your niece.
But she'll depart from the world of the Pointers and join the Fellows. Like rats deserting a sinking ship.
Okay.
What do you want me to say? He's the gardener.
He's a member of the family.
Yeah, but not the Pointer family.
What happened to his parents, do you know?
His father, Flint, is Felix's brother. Strange man. Don't think anybody knows what happened to him, but he certainly doesn't live here anymore.
What about his mother?
Emily? I've not met her. She never actually married into the Fellow family. Her relationship with Flint was, it was short-lived. My Poppy, my pride and joy. Exceptionally talented pianist from a young age. She... Hold on. Why is she on your list of suspects?
Because she's a suspect.
Oh, no. I can personally vouch for her innocence. She'd never... Well, the truth is, she loved Freya very dearly.
If you don't mind me asking, what happened to Poppy's mother?
Primrose?
Oh.
She was Flora's sister, a Remington by birth. The playing field has never really been even since she left.
Where did she go?
Away. She went away.
Okay.
Every astronomy tower needs a telescope.
I want to try.
Yes. Exactly what I wanted to see.
It's the tower opposite this one.
Is that a window?
I think it is.
Is there another room above Flora's room?
We should check that next time we're over there. I can just about see the gramophone. You can see right into Flora's room.
Not by accident.
I can see Flora, but she's not looking this way. She's looking up. Behind her is the backside of the easel holding Freya's unfinished painting. I can't really see anything behind it. Not from this angle.
It's that little plant
Little
Flora keeps on
plant.
the window ledge.
Little guy.
Don't you think it would fall off? In the wind.
Maybe it's glued down.
Maybe it's like really heavy.
Isn't this supposed to be an astronomy telescope? I'm pretty sure you need to see the sky for astronomy to work.
I can't move it. I think this is just how it's set up.
What? So he spends all day long looking at her? Okay. Okay. Things are getting spicy.
A picture frame.
With no picture.
Okay. This is weird.
Locked.
There must be some way to get it open.
Oh, wait. Can I... We need to interrogate. We'll do that once we have all of them. Attic. Yes!
It's a statue of a wolf, standing up straight, like a man.
You know, there's a name for that.
I know.
It's not quite as dusty as everything else up here. Also, it's not a statue. It's stuffed.
Okay.
Nothing catching my interest.
I'm sorry, is this spooky attic boring you?
Kinda. What's in that little box? I bet it's bones. A skull, at least.
You know, maybe I won't open it.
How about we do open it? No, I want to open it!
Someone painted out the window.
Do you think it was done recently?
No idea. Either way, it's pretty suspicious.
What is that?
Not sure. Some kind of reel?
Looks like it might attach to something.
Reel thingy. A brass reel with a screw at the top. Coiled around the reel is a length of fine red rope. It's the zip line. I'm telling you about it. Anything else here?
It's a jar. The head screws off.
Huh. Just dusty junk.
Nothing catching my interest.
I wish it had like
Sorry, is this
something
spooky attic
glowy,
boring?
Kinda.
you know, to let me know that I can click on stuff.
Nothing catching my interest. Kinda.
Okay. Now. Let's go down here. Then we'll go up. Library. Perfect.
It's an illustrated book about birds.
I wonder who is checking that out.
And it's been left open. Looks like somebody was halfway through reading it.
Or it was left open for us to find.
Ever so slightly unnerving.
Bird book. The ink dip is a remarkably intelligent bird with a very long lifespan, even among avian mystids. Other birds are often aggressive towards it, and the ink dip lives out most of its life alone. It has particular feeding habits and usually only eats the seeds of the Tantum amica pictured. Okay, so this bird would not be able to feed itself. Maybe. And it has nice little feathers, okay.
Books about ancient history, I think.
These books are ancient history.
Why is the bookshelf tilted over?
I think they'd crumble into dust if I tried to pick them up.
Good excuse.
Thanks.
A book on the floor. Fundamental entomology.
Entomology. Is that like cells?
I guess somebody dropped
I don't
it.
know.
Books about geography.
Skip. Books about insects.
Well, theoretically. There's not a single book on that shelf.
Oh,
Huh.
maybe this book fell from there.
Books about space.
They're relatively untouched. Books about birds.
The shelves are about half empty.
Entomology is insect. Oh, okay.
Oh, so you're a the shelves are half empty kind of person.
You knew this already.
Books about nature? A chalkboard.
Is this a library or a classroom?
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. So it would be... Okay, the numerical order is A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, but... Why is B connected to G? Like, why are they connected like this? This is weird. We'll come back to this.
I'm not sure I learned anything from that.
Anything else we can click on before
Is
the
that
girl?
a snow globe?
Of sorts.
Oh, it's Tangle Tower!
Hey, look at that. It's a model of Tangle Tower. There's the lake and those weird mountains. What are you thinking?
That would make an amazing souvenir.
We are not stealing the snow globe.
Hey, look at that.
Okay,
It's
no,
a
it's just the
model.
same.
That would make an
Okay. Fifi.
Curious. I would expect bacteria of that nature to thrive in these conditions.
excuse me.
Taking all the environmental factors into account, there must be something I am still missing.
May I talk to you, miss?
She knows we're here. She just doesn't care.
I am a detective, and I need to talk.
Correction. You do not need to talk to me,
Oh no? How come?
because I am not a suspect. I am completely innocent of any and all crimes.
All
Thanks for letting
crimes.
me know.
Speaking of which, you have now been at Tangle Tower for over 23 minutes. Surely you have already reached a sturdy hypothesis.
A hypothesis about the murder?
Yeah, come on, Grimoire, hurry up.
Okay, I was a little bit hoping that when she said 23 minutes that I was gonna look over and the stream timer would be like, 23 minutes. It's been an hour and 40.
My apologies. Unfortunately,
Not
protocol
23.
dictates I must at least meet all the suspects. And that includes you. So, could you tell me your name?
Fifi Fellow, microbiologist, inventor, innovator. You will need to be more specific. Oneself cannot be summarized in a single response without doing one a great disservice.
So true.
Well, first of all, you're a fellow. So does that make you the daughter of...
Correct. My father and mother are named Flora and Felix, but you need not question either of them. It will only waste valuable time. Neither of them are capable of murder.
Thanks for the tip.
Fifi, you said you were a micro... something or other?
Microbiologist, but it is an insignificant label. My studies cannot be categorized in any one recognized field.
What made you want to become a scientist in the first place?
I harbor an intrinsic fascination with the microscopic. I constructed my first one at age 10.
Constructed a microscope?
Correct.
And what's that thing on your head? Did you make that too?
My eyesight began to deteriorate when I turned 12. Not satisfied with the eyeglasses prescribed to me, I designed this custom lens instead. It automatically adjusts based on the surrounding light conditions.
Does it glow red when you get angry?
No, but that would be most amusing.
Okay.
What can you tell me about the murder?
She does
What can you
have a
tell me
sense of
about...
humor.
Wait, that's what I'm supposed to ask you.
Yes, however, you were too slow.
You fancy yourself a detective too, Fifi?
I just need to know what happened.
Me too.
Aw.
So talk.
Fine. I knew ahead of time that Freya was going to be busy with her painting all day, so I had planned to spend the afternoon with Poppy. I was in the library all morning preparing the equipment for an experiment, only to find out that Poppy had made other plans and she was in fact planning to ignore me completely.
Oh.
So what did you do instead?
I locked myself in my room and cried.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yep.
Why?
I don't know, it just sounds kind of sad.
It is not unusual.
Oh. Good.
Not good.
I was in
Sad.
my room. The lights were off and the door was locked. Someone began banging on the door. I ignored it until the someone began shouting at me. I opened the door. Poppy came into my room. Her makeup was leaking. She told me Freya was dead. I did not believe it. I thought she was playing a trick on me, so I punched her in the face. She insisted that we go up to Flora's tower.
Poppy didn't
We
say
left
that.
the room, and Poppy's father was waiting outside. He followed us upstairs. When I saw Freya lying on the floor, I was completely and utterly devastated. Then I took a sample of the red paint on the unfinished painting. Poppy and I took the sample back downstairs to the
Ah.
library. We performed a test and found out that it was, in fact, blood.
You performed that scientific test immediately, even though you were feeling so upset?
Of course. Why would one affect the other?
Okay.
Name, Fiona Fellow.
Ah,
Age, 19. Profession, amateur microbiologist. Likes, the meaningful archiving of information. Dislikes, The superfluous window dressing accompanying the majority of human contact. Notes. Kindly disregard the polysyllabic form of my given forename and refer to me instead as Fifi.
How come you prefer Fifi?
How come you prefer Grimoire?
How are you related to the other fellows?
Fitz is my cousin.
Hey!
His father, a man named Flint,
Oh my God.
is my uncle.
What?
I love Fifi.
I do not
Fifi's
know if Flint is
amazing.
alive or not. He left Tangle Tower a long time ago.
And what about Freya? How are you related to her?
We share exactly one grandparent.
Whereas... I thought we'd get the family tree. Oh well. I really like... Honestly, I don't know. I thought Poppy was my favorite, but I think Fifi might be my favorite. So far. I really like Hackshaw though. Hawkshaw. Hackshaw. Hawk. Hawkshaw. Yes.
Name,
The hawk.
Fitzfellow. Age, 24. Profession, cryptobotanist. Likes soil, dislikes electric lights.
Hang on. Cryptobotanist?
Yeah,
I
he
thought
makes
it was
weird
just a
things.
gardener.
That may well be his preferred label. Mine, however, is more accurate.
Do you and Fitz not see eye to eye, Fifi?
We do not.
Well,
He's tall.
I thought so. He's well over 6 foot and you've got to be just barely 5.
So what's your problem with him?
Exactly 1 week ago, I witnessed him sneaking up Pointer Tower. He was making every effort to avoid detection.
So?
He was also carrying a knife.
How dare he?
Name, Poppy Pointer. Age, 19. Profession, Apparently, Poppy has defaced my notes. Under profession, I had of course originally written pianist, but she has crossed that out and written the ghost of Christmas yet to come.
See, that's why I like Poppy.
Name, Penelope Pointer. Age, 27. Profession, ornithologist. Likes, birds. Dislikes, insects. Notes, Penelope is very beautiful. I have never had very much in common with her.
I think it's so weird that she's engaged with Fitz because Bugs, Gardner, hello.
Name, Freya Fellow. Age, 19. Profession, artist. Deceased.
Oh.
Understand this. Most people find me difficult. They exhibit a noticeable degree of discomfort when talking to me. There it is. Freya, who had a way of being an exception to any given rule, was not at all like this. She is very important, and I will not rest until I understand what has happened to her.
Did you spend a lot of time with Freya recently?
I will say this. In the past year, Freya became, 1, increasingly independent, and 2, increasingly isolated.
Do you know why?
I do not. If you are looking for a speculative, empathetic opinion, try asking Poppy instead.
The 3 of you are friends.
We are of a similar age, and all highly gifted. 1 scientist, 1 artist, and 1 musician.
Sounds like quite a team.
Yep.
Name, Percival Pointer. Age, 57. Profession, none.
I'm pretty sure he's an astronomer.
Oh yes, of course. How uncharacteristically forgetful of me. Name, Hawkshaw. Age, unknown. Profession, private detective. Likes, quote, being left alone. Dislikes, quote, being constantly badgered by a weirdo nerd with a clipboard. Name, Flora Fellow. Age, 44. Profession, unknown. Likes, unknown. Dislikes, unknown.
Isn't she your mother? How do you not know anything?
I believe other people may have discovered methods of reaching her, but I have little capacity for interpreting nonverbal communication.
And how long has Flora been non-verbal?
She has always been quiet, willing to speak when necessary, but not more.
So what happened to make her stop talking entirely?
She suffered a great loss, something she has been unable to move beyond.
Interesting.
Fifi's bedroom should be unlocked now.
Can't wait.
Later. We're missing one person. Still. Freya's room. Oh.
That painting is really something.
Why would you want it looming over your bed like that?
It looks cool.
Maybe Freya enjoyed the atmosphere it creates.
The atmosphere of chaos and oppression?
Hang on. There's a smaller version down by the floor.
Oh yeah, we're here.
It's a photograph.
Photo of a painting. A small photograph of Freya's abstract painting. A piece of adhesive tape is stuck on it. Lines have been drawn with black ink around the edges. Okay.
That painting.
Why?
Okay,
Maybe
so-
there's a
It's
small
a photograph.
Okay, go away.
Freya's bear.
Looks pretty depressed.
He's had a rough couple of days.
Oh, he's sad. A vent?
Do you think this was always supposed to be a bedroom?
Nope.
I don't know. It is kind of a weird shape.
Yep.
No windows either.
A fish?
It's a fish, I think.
I think it looks more like a whale.
Fine,
fish.
it's a whale.
Could also be a shark.
Fish. Ooh, a box.
And it's a little wooden box full of paintbrushes.
To the casual observer, maybe.
She's like, I know what's in there.
They're
Oh.
not real paintbrushes.
Oh, so they're like the birds.
Looks like they're part of some kind of lock mechanism.
Swap the brushes into the correct order. Arrange the paper to find a clue. Ooh. Okay, so I think this might be in the right place. I think this is the corner because it has like a little bit of space in between the lines. So this would also be this corner. Oh, but this, this could be like this. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, this obviously has to go in here. Yes. What a weird shape. Okay. So orange, green, pink, blue. Is it the shape of the paintbrushes? I think it's the shape of the paintbrushes. So these two are the shapes. These two are the color of the thing, the grip, and then these two are the color. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So this and this are not the same paintbrush. It's these two. So this is this blue one. Can I move it up? No. So, oh, these are the lines. So this is line. So this is line number 1, line number 2, line number 3. Okay. Wait a minute then. Then it can't be the lines. Because this would be on the second line. This is line 1, line 2, line 3, and then the bottom. But there's only 2 tall ones. And none of them are green.
Nothing.
Did you find a hint on those scraps of paper? It looks like a ripped up jigsaw puzzle.
Yeah, we've done that. Maybe we're supposed to ignore the colors. No, but we can't, because this is this shape. And this is in the middle. And neither one of these are in the middle. And I can't put them down. I think we're supposed to be able to do this puzzle. So this fan brush is either this one or this one. Because like if we went by colors, then the top line would have to have a green and a blue, but none of them can get there. Can we exchange the paints? No. Okay, so if this one is this one is this one. So let's put this in the second row. And then right after is this one. The first one is green. And not the fan brush. Could be this fan brush, actually. Okay, so for sure, this is the blue one. No, it doesn't have to be. I don't know. I would assume it would be green, blue, fan, and then this one. And then orange and pink, which are the stems. Oh, maybe. Oh, no, wait. I see it. The shininess. Okay. So this has to be this one. Does it? Or am I tripping? No, I think I'm just tripping. Okay. I was like, maybe the lines match these lines. But they don't. Okay, so if we assume this means their height, we can't. Because we have neither green nor blue on the same row. This could be this one. I don't think this means this thick brush. So I think the pink goes here. And then green, a fan brush. Blue, like this?
That was incorrect.
Each brush has various characteristics. Height, bristle shape, paint color, handle color. The information we need is on the paper. Once it's been rearranged, I mean.
Wait, do you not count as me having rearranged the paper? I think it counts as being rearranged. Maybe you should swap these two. This is the fan and it's pink. And then we have blue here, this one here.
Still locked.
So, the paper jigsaw puzzle shows the position of various characteristics of the brushes. There's a couple of brushes with each characteristic, but only one perfect solution.
The fact that this is green is making me confused. No greens get up here.
Still locked.
So, there's a couple of brushes with each...
Still locked.
So, there's a couple of brushes with each...
Do we think this is thickness? No.
Still locked.
So, there's a couple of brushes with...
This brush has to have an orange handle. This brush doesn't matter the handle, but it has to be green. This brush needs to be a fan brush with a pink handle. This has to be blue. This has to be this shape. And then this one is a mystery. This one's the wild card. So there's two brushes that are fan and pink. So whichever one of these can be here. Blue, it can only be this one. Here, this height, yeah. But these two are this shape. No colors are, no one mentions the salmon pink. Okay.
Still locked.
Still locked? Fine, we'll look it up. Nope, nope, nope. Don't spoil me on the other puzzles. Okay. The heights have no. You think you have it? You're not gonna say anything though? I already looked up the solution.
So, there's a couple of brushes with...
I don't get it. But apparently this one goes here. The green is here. This green goes here. The blue. You weren't following the heights? I don't. To me, this is this line. But there's no green here. And these two aren't... I'm confused. I'm still confused.
Neat.
It's like... the lines just tell you the height? I'm still so confused.
What was in the box?
But thank you.
Well,
Ooh.
most of a photograph.
Half of the photograph, you say. Ooh. So it's Poppy, Fifi, and Fiona. No, Poppy, Fifi, and Freya. But this is Freya and Fifi and Fiona. Huh? I'm confused. I want to continue playing the game, okay? But also I didn't really understand the puzzle. So we found the ripped photo, the other ripped photo. Where is it? Ripped photo. It was hidden in Freya's room. So Freya has the Poppy part. Oh no, the rest of the photo. Wait, where did we find this one? I think we found it in Poppy's room, inside of the metronome. Yeah, we found it in Poppy's room inside of the metronome, and it's just Poppy. And this is Freya and Fifi. One with red hair, the other with green hair? This is yellow. You guys see the yellow too, right? Wait. I thought we could... The photo's really far away. So she made the cassette to Freya. This cassette. And... before she became emo. Okay.
There's something about that pink cassette tape. Something suspicious.
Let's ask Poppy about it.
Later.
It's a little
We're
glass
busy.
box.
I think it's a vivarium.
Come again?
See the leaves and twigs in there?
Oh, the bugs!
Might have been for keeping insects.
Yeah. A light?
Not the kind of lamp I choose for my bedroom, but fair enough.
It's cool. Looks like old mining equipment or something.
I like the doodles.
Did Freya paint those animals on her ceiling?
Well, who else?
They're kind of simplistic.
Maybe she painted them when she was younger.
Ah, imagine being trapped in this room for your whole life.
A pillow with a paw print pattern.
It's a cushion.
Yeah, but that doesn't alliterate.
Okay. We still need to talk to... Yeah, but we need to re-interview them once we find the last person. Felix? Workshop. Yes! Oh.
A little hand-painted statue.
How can you tell it's hand-painted?
Well, the paints are right there on the desk. Also, I mean, no offense, but you can just tell.
Oh. Painted model, a wooden carving of a man holding a sword. The model has been hand-painted, but the paint is not skillfully applied. Yellow, black, blue, and white. Paints were found nearby. Not cracked.
Puffer fish?
So cute.
Yes, it's also a lamp, for some reason.
Pufferfish, you got shell, you got lamp, you got a horn, you got a treasure map.
Nice. A real treasure chest.
How do you know there's treasure in there?
Why else would it be locked? Plus, there's a treasure map hanging directly above it.
Ooh.
What's the deal with that painting on the front?
Not sure. We should check that treasure map too.
Use the treasure map to discover the combination for the chest's padlock. Okay. So we have a sea serpent, a tree with 2 birds, a rock, and then the treasure. Okay, so you got a sea serpent, a tree with a tree, 2 rocks. Could be this one. Or is it too obvious? Might be too obvious. So the birds are in the same line as the tree. Yeah, it's too obvious. The tree is really far away and it's tiny. The rock is big. So the sea serpent and the rock are on the same. But the tree is far. So... oh dear, there are numbers. So it's... okay. A1N. And the N is the circle. So... A1N would be this. This is amazing. So if it's this treasure, then it would be I4. Wait, maybe we're looking at it from the wrong angle. No, because the serpents are drawn the same way. So I4. N-E-S-W. Oh, oh, yes, okay. Oh. So this is north.
Nothing.
Did you check the treasure map? And what about that?
Oh, did you check? Wait, this is a treasure. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, maybe the direction is wrong. Yeah. So, the sea serpent and the rock need to be on the same level. They look the same. The tree really far away. What if it's this one? This would be H6 and then west.
There we go.
Perfect.
Yeah. I knew it had something to do with that. Couldn't be so easy. Couldn't be so easy.
What was in the box?
More wooden models.
Did you look it up? No! You can see me here. I mean, my phone's here, but like... cause this is live.
These are a little different to the one on the desk.
I don't look it up when I'm stuck for like 2 minutes, okay? I'll look it up when I'm stuck for like 10 or 15. Oh, painted models. A model resembling a child with green hair. A model resembling a woman with gray hair. A red and white bird. A broad-shouldered man. The models have been hand-painted, the paint's not skillfully applied. A pot of red paint and a brush is laying nearby. The brush has some dried red paint on it. Okay. So we have the bird. Do you think this is the bird? Do you think this is this bird? The ink dip. Okay, so the ink dip has the color head and the color feather bits. Colored head, not really the feather bits. A child with green hair. So I think this is Freya, because the photo says that she has green hair. One with red hair, one with green hair. So this is Freya. The woman with gray hair is her... could be Flora, woman with gray hair, but we haven't met. Maybe her mom is the same. A broad-shouldered man. Let's see if this is the broad-shouldered man.
Sir?
Pretty broad-shouldered.
Can you hear me?
No, he's taking a
I'm
nap.
Private Detective Grimoire. I have some questions for you.
Grimoire. Good mysterious name. I'd rather like it. Felix Fellow at your beck and call.
And, this is my colleague, Sally.
Yeah, that's a perfectly good name as well.
Thanks.
If you would, Mr. Fellow, we really need to ask you about the murder.
I must say I'm rather jealous of you two.
Oh yeah? Why's that?
Out here solving mysteries, exploring new places, uncovering secret rooms, hidden treasures. That's what life is all about.
Yep.
Secret rooms?
Generally speaking, you know, that sort of thing.
We found one already.
So, Felix, what exactly do you do?
Is it not obvious? I'm an explorer.
An adventurer.
Explorer / treasure hunter. Yes, well, best in the world.
We're talking like curse statues, spike pits.
It's a little more sophisticated than that. But I've certainly seen my share of danger, if that's what you're asking.
And, if I may ask, when did you retire?
You listen here. I may be between ventures right now, but it's simply not in my nature to stay in one place for too long. I go wherever the winds of destiny take me.
Don't you live here with your wife and daughter?
Yes, well, the Fellow family has certain loyalties, and with Flora the way she is,
Nothing wrong with raising a family, Mr. Fellow.
don't misunderstand me. Fiona and Flora are my entire world. They are the
he's
greatest
Fifi's dad.
treasure of all.
Uh-huh.
Why on earth would you want to know about that?
The murder of Freya Fellow. The reason we're here.
Ah, right. Nasty business. Very unfortunate. I regret that I can't be of any help.
Any?
But I wish you all the best in your investigation.
Hear that, Grimoire? We're done here. Let's go.
It's a simple question, Felix. I'm sure you're up to it.
Well, there's not much to tell.
What are you embarrassed
Mostly, I
about?
was in my room by myself, working on Flora's, working on a project.
Your room is quite close to Flora's tower. You didn't hear anything unusual?
What qualifies as unusual?
What have you got?
It was dusk. A feeling lingered in the air. Malevolent, perhaps. Uncertain.
Most
as
definitely.
life itself.
Abridged version, please.
Right. Fine. I heard someone heading down the stairs, just outside my room. The footsteps were calm, orderly, so I thought nothing of it. Shortly afterward, I heard a second set of footsteps, going the same way. This time I could tell just from the sound that something was wrong. So I looked out into the hallway. I got a glimpse of Poppy disappearing down the staircase to the floor below. Didn't know what to make of it, to be honest. I thought perhaps she'd had a disagreement with Fitz, as I know those two are close. So I looked into his room, just in case, but it was empty, as was the garden beyond his window. Back in the hallway, I bumped into a very concerned-looking Penelope. She was heading up Fellow Tower to find Professor Pointer, so I escorted her. We went into Flora's room. Poor Freya was laying on the floor. Fiona, Poppy, Fitz, and Pointer were there already. Flora, too, of course.
Didn't you just say that
Soon
Poppy
enough,
had gone down?
Everyone else made their excuses and left.
Including you?
Not I. I stayed. Flora needed me.
Look at
Dearest
everyone.
Flora, a remarkable woman. Yes, been married over 20 years now.
You two still get on?
Of course. What a question.
She hasn't gone quiet on you.
It's true she has an independent streak. She's had it her whole life. She's the youngest of 3. Always something of a lone wolf, you know? Just the way she is.
Lone wolf is putting it lightly. She doesn't seem to want to talk to anyone.
She just likes time to herself, away from the company of other humans.
Other humans?
Well, yes, other people, you know. Quite the character, eh? A fellow member of the Order of the Crimson Cloak.
Is that a real thing?
No, I just meant to, because we both wear, red capes of a sort.
Has she questioned you yet?
If you call that questioning, she seemed bored by everything I had to say. I heard on the grapevine, supposedly Hawkshaw is searching for some rare item, something called the Golden Beetle. Honestly, it's probably a bunch of sensationalist rubbish.
You reckon?
Quite sure. There is no treasure called the Golden Beetle.
How do you know?
Because I would have heard of it.
So Penny said that... She said that someone... She said that one of the guys had hired her. But if he's like, I would know about it, then it has to be this guy. But also, I just realized their necks are really long.
Percival Pointer. Good old... So, what do you reckon? Is he the murderer?
I don't know, maybe. We still need...
That is not information we're willing to share at this time.
I'm just saying, keep an eye on him. Holds on to a lot of bitterness, does old Pointer. Just because he's always struggled to support his family. Slightly pathetic, really.
Wow.
And how long have you known him?
Over 35 years.
Childhood friends? Rivals?
Don't know if I'd do him the honor of considering him my rival. You're the one currently basking in his presence. You tell me.
Let's move on.
Uncommonly skilled as an artist, but Freya was so much more than her talent. She helped me get started with my own painting, you know. It taught me what she knew about wood carving, too. Tremendous patience. She was ever so good with dear Flora.
Freya and Flora were close?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, especially recently.
How are you related to Freya?
Somewhat distantly, as it happens. My father, Lord Fellow, was her grandfather. Technically, that makes her a fellow. Let's just say there was some discussion over whether she ought to carry the name at all. There's a family tree in the Grand Hall. You should take a look at it.
What about her inheritance?
Freya's parents died when she was around 3 years old. She came to live here shortly afterwards.
Nobody left her a thing?
I'm afraid not. She had no formal claim over anything at Tangle Tower. Penelope seems to have really settled into a groove. She struggled a bit when she was younger. Always a little estranged.
How come?
Well, she was mostly raised by her uncle, and he really only makes time for his own daughter. Now, of course, she's bringing the two families together through her marriage. It's a nice gesture, heartfelt, but futile. My daughter
Oh my
Fiona,
god.
our little burgeoning genius. You've met her?
We did.
Yes.
She's going by Fifi these days.
So I've heard. I asked her some weeks ago, what's wrong with your real name? She told me, get this, she wanted a name with an even number of syllables. She makes up the strangest things when she's under pressure.
What makes you think she made that up?
I happen to know the real reason she prefers Fifi over Fiona.
Oh, yeah?
It's what Freya called her.
Ooh.
Fitz? I don't trust him. He's slippery. Never commits to anything. Brain like an onion.
An onion?
Did you two have an argument?
No, but my daughter doesn't like him at all. And I trust Fiona's judgment entirely. She's a very vigilant young woman.
What do you mean he doesn't commit to things? You do know that to take care of plants. It's like a major commitment. If you don't water them, they die. Not speaking from experience, of course.
Poppy's a good friend to my daughter. Always has been. I think they get on well because they're so different.
Different, like how?
Poppy is, she's quite introspective, good with feelings. Fiona, not so much. Still, Poppy always seems to be sulking about something.
The heavy, heavy price of emotional intelligence.
Okay.
That's all the statements.
Let's go over them all.
Can I wanna finish investigating the rooms. Sorry. I wanna have all the clues. And then go over. Fitz's room. Oh my god, this is awful.
It's a little handmade card. Someone's drawn a heart on the front. Inside it says, to Fitz, from PP.
PP. Okay. You know that PP could be literally anyone. Could be Penelope. It could be Poppy. The wrong button, wrong button.
An empty glass and an empty plate.
Looking at it is making me want to cry.
Yes.
Why?
I don't know.
It's so sad.
Hello.
Not hidden very well, is it?
Doesn't need to be. It's locked. It's a combination lock. Sort of.
Rearrange the pieces of paper to find the combination for the box's padlock. Do you go here? No. Kinda. Kinda. No. Okay, so this definitely goes together. No, I'm lying. It doesn't. This goes together, but this doesn't. Huh. So part of the lines go together. That's what you're telling me. Yeah, look at how weird this goes. Oh dear. Okay. Okay. We have an arrow down. And it's a pointy, so it's not this arrow. Okay, so this is the not pointy arrow. Okay, so it has 3 symbols. This has the squiggly one. Yeah, squiggly and these 2. Okay, so these are all the options. So this one has to be this one. Now. Ooh, this looks promising. Yes, that is exactly what I thought. This one. Okay, so I got the 2 ends. Just gonna move these to these ones so we know that we haven't done them. Now, this could be this one. Let's see. Yes. So this one. And then for the last one, it could be this one. Let's try. Let's see if something matches. Yes. Perfect.
That's done it.
Neat. Anything in there?
Yeah, it's wrapped in a cloth. Hold on.
It's gonna be the knife, isn't it?
Huh. That's kind of ominous.
Oh. Ornate trowel. A metal gardening trowel with a decorative pattern. It has a decorative pattern engraved on it and letters either side of a heart. PP, heart, FF.
There's someone outside the window.
Something outside the window.
It's a garden.
It's probably just a rock.
You sure? It's locked, but it leads outside.
I thought we were halfway up a tower.
We are.
What's that thing by the handle?
Oh, I remember.
It made a noise.
Wait. Oh, shoot. I didn't write down the other pattern. Okay, we got moon, 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 and then we're gonna have to guess the other one.
I guess that was right.
Okay, the moons are doing up, down, okay.
And the door's still locked.
I still feel like we made some sort of progress.
Okay, before I forget, let's go to her room.
A big glass door leads out.
There's a little neck.
Okay, so it was like this.
Nothing. Still
All
locked.
4 tiles haven't moved.
Those other
I think it is.
Wait. Was it not like this? Was it like this? Yes.
Something happened.
That must be it. Finally, it's open.
Whatever's on the other side better be.
Rooftop garden. Ah, this is so cool.
Giant stone frog. Love it.
Ah, he's got his tongue out like he's catching snowflakes.
Except those aren't snowflakes. They're feathers.
Ooh, pretty. 4 feathers. The feathers were mostly found resting on the tongue of the large stone frog.
That's one big dragonfly.
Or one very small dragon. It's a rose bush, growing on a little patch of bluish soil. Apart from a couple of loose petals on one side, the whole thing looks very well cared
The
for.
petals. The letter.
The roses are bright red, too.
Now, aren't roses normally that color?
Exactly.
So they are normal roses. What was it? Crumpled paper. Now I'll get her. And then the roses. Tea.
It's another little statue, doing a really bad job of hiding in the bushes.
He's fine.
also wearing headphones.
Accidentally double clicked.
Well, they're not part of the statue. And they're not headphones. They're earmuffs.
Lute statue. A slightly weathered statue of a strange creature holding a lute. A pair of earmuffs has been placed on the head of the statue. Cute. Now, this is Fitz's room, this is Poppy's room.
More egg statues.
I don't get it. Why eggs?
Well, either they have some special significance,
There's the dragon eggs.
or the sculptor was just really lazy.
What do you mean?
An egg has got to be the easiest shape to make.
Oh, good. A bridge. I'm glad to know there's a way to get across that tiny, tiny pond.
Not all bridges are about getting across stuff.
A little pond.
It looks really, really deep for some reason. See those metal bars around the edges too?
Oh, yeah. What do you suppose they're for?
Nothing anymore. Looks like somebody broke them and then never bothered to fix it.
Ah, a little water feature.
It's making me sleepy.
Wonder how it's hooked up.
Another egg statue.
More egg statues.
I don't get it.
Well, an egg has got to be the easy.
Huh.
More egg statues.
I don't
Well,
get it.
an egg
I
has
didn't
gotta
realize
be
that was an egg statue. Hello, little eyes.
Trees. On a roof.
in a garden.
In a garden. On a roof.
Okay. 1 room left. Fifi's. Fancy. Fancy and also not.
Crystal chandeliers. Extra fancy.
I don't know. They just seem old-fashioned to me. Plus, they're kind of dusty.
And then you have the bed on the floor.
It's a bed.
Barely.
A new suspect.
Don't think you can get out being questioned just because you're a bear.
How dare you?
I'm innocent, I promise.
Save it for the judge.
I don't know what that drink is, but I bet it's 99% sugar.
I'd read you the ingredients, but there's nothing written on the can.
That's even worse.
It looks like a microscope, a big one.
Can I touch it?
Ooh.
I'm not sure this is a microscope.
Horizontally slide the 4 magnifying lenses to the correct positions. Huh. Oh. Why so big? Oh, we're making the key. Okay, give me a second. Like this?
I guess that's wrong.
The 4 lenses all have so they must each have a specific position.
That's the one.
Hey.
Hey, not bad.
Hey. Aw, happy to hear it. Sally face. I'll put that on the list. Not now, later. Thanks. Aside with that puzzle that does not make sense, all the puzzles have been okay.
Sounds like it unlocked.
Yeah, it's built on top of a little metal box.
Good to see you around.
There's a book in here.
A book? A diary! Secret diary, a well-used book resembling a diary. It's locked with a strange metal device. It does make sense, it doesn't.
It's a magnifying glass. A big one.
How come you don't have one of those?
You are a detective.
Why? Because I'm a detective?
Yes.
Should I start smoking a pipe too?
Nah, smoking's bad for you.
You can pull off the pipe.
Okay, big book?
What's that big book on the desk?
Looks like something Fifi's been writing.
Is it a clue?
I hope not. It's just a bunch of notes about her microbiology experiments.
What's this?
Fifi's got something pinned up here.
What is all this?
Okay. So, this is Felix and Fiona. Not Fiona. Flora. This is Poppy and Fitz. Hey, it's us. The two of us. Oh, so the astronomy dude hired Hawkshaw. Okay. And he's also, yeah, okay. Ah. I see, I see. I wonder if this is relevant somehow. The symbols.
Did you
Hope
notice
not.
who isn't on here?
Yes.
Freya?
Mm-hmm. And Fifi herself.
I did notice that second part. Okay. What are you?
Boxes of stuff.
Okay. Now, should we... Okay, so everyone that we've interrogated here... Oh, we're missing. We have to walk back through the suspects because we have one question left for everybody. One or two, which are... Yes.
Name, Felix
One for
Fellow,
each person.
age 53, profession none. Likes collecting objects of negligible monetary value and assigning them personal value. Dislikes
That's me.
the inescapable realities of human existence. Notes: Felix is my father and legal guardian.
And, is he a good dad?
I have no point of comparison, but I would say no.
No? Why not?
You asked me a binary question. Do not get upset that I provided one of the two possible answers.
What makes him a bad father, Fifi?
He has trouble expressing his emotions, and something of a willful detachment from reality.
Huh. Just like you, then.
Grimoire.
No, he is quite correct.
Okay. Now we have answered all the questions. We go down and up. And ask them the extra questions. And then we go assess all of our clues. This guy is so sus. Why is your telescope pointed towards the tower?
He should learn to make the most of his lot in life. And he does have a lot in life.
You're talking
Yes.
about money?
Among other
No,
things,
stuff,
but
trinkets.
yes, he currently has agency over a small fortune. That is, if he hasn't already squandered it or lost it.
Or buried
You
it.
don't get on?
Like treasure.
Oh no, we're the best of friends.
I doubt that.
Ah, yes, the heiress of Tangle Tower. Goodness knows what'll happen when she takes charge. I dare say she'll confiscate my telescope and replace it with a microscope.
She doesn't seem to be the type to impress her will on others.
Still, keep an eye on her. Dangerously intelligent, that one.
You sound jealous. Wait, are you two science rivals?
Oh no, we operate on very different wavelengths. Literally.
Okay, I just remember we didn't do this one.
You know,
Hey.
I would love.
We didn't do this one. Oh, it definitely has something to do with the lines. Okay. Okay, so what if we put them because the could we get them to look how do we get the shadows to like this? Okay, so they are angled, so you're like here and you're like here, so that you can make this shadow. Yes. Then you go here. You go here. You go here. And... oh shoot, where the frick do you go? Okay, Mr. Pink, you're... oh. Like this.
No, that was it.
Easy.
Nice work.
I did not even look at the lines the first time. I didn't even acknowledge their existence.
Did you hear that? Something unlocked.
There's a little hatch underneath? What's in there?
A bunch of paper. Looks like somebody's research.
The golden beetle! What? Golden beetle. Various research notes and diagrams. 4. The golden beetle, named for its exoskeleton composed of a mineral approximately 90% identical to gold, has a lifespan of several years. It fends off predators with a loud hiss, records of over 95 decibels, and by being completely undigestible. This mistid has a somewhat spurious reputation for causing ill fortune to those that see it. Okay. Now, I have a feeling we had one more puzzle. Oh, it was this door. Okay. So let's ask Penelope. I was gonna say Poppy. Penelope. Questions about Felix and Fifi.
I must say, I really don't care for the den of self-delusion that he's retreated into. People are better off when they just let themselves be themselves. Between you and me, I think Felix is secretly rather miserable.
I mean, considering that his wife doesn't talk to him anymore, I can see
Can't say
that.
I've ever taken an interest in Uncle's astronomy. On occasion, I've dared to visit him in his tower, but I always regretted. It's all just a little too abstract for me.
What do you mean?
Oh, did you know the sun is apparently over 400,000 miles wide? Okay, so what should I do with that information? How does it help me?
His beat?
Don't look at me. You're the one who memorized it.
She mostly ignores me, if I'm honest.
How come?
Well, we're not quite on the same intellectual level.
Oh, I mean, well, you don't need to.
Oh, no. It's quite all right. I'm comfortable with it.
I see. Aw. Enjoy the lurk. Thank you. She's the bestest. Okay. Got all the clues here. And... oh, we gotta do this, and then these two. Ooh, we've unlocked suspicion for her, but let's ask questions first.
Between the lips, a silver spoon, a story written all too soon. The chosen dwelling of her heart, unjustly chosen to depart. Lost her liberation lays in the center of a maze.
Yeah, Fifi really liked Freya.
Foregone drifter, holding fast. Days a shadow seeker past. Is it bravery or surrender? Accepting that your world will render nothing darker than the gloom. Some four walls make around a room.
Ooh, Penny and Pointer. Let's go for Penny first.
Feathers flashing in the light from a sunbeam gleaming bright. I shield my eyes and turn my head, but all at once I've been misled. Light is shining on the stage, but through the railings of a cage. Eavesdrop what the stars are saying. Earthly tether, slowly fraying. Floating, helpless from the worst of jealous hunger, selfish thirst. Take a moment, kneel and meet the flowers growing at your feet.
So we have suspicion for her.
Yeah, I need to confirm something with you, Poppy.
Confirm away.
What can you tell us about this cassette tape? Is it yours?
It belongs to Freya. She liked to have music playing while she was painting, you know.
And do you know what kind of music is on this tape?
No idea. Acid jazz?
It's piano music. Sounds an awful lot like your music, to be honest.
Sure it doesn't belong to you?
Why are we even talking about this? Cassette tapes have been redundant for a good few years now.
The tape was found at the crime scene. It was in the gramophone.
It's not mine. I'd never own anything like that.
Why not?
Not my color.
You used to like these colors.
Ridiculous.
We need a clue to compare with the cassette tape. Something that proves Poppy used to like these colors.
The photograph. This photograph.
Let's take a closer look at this.
Oh dear. What's the connection between those two clues? Okay, wait. Okay, so the pink cassette tape matches the pink cassette player used by Poppy in this old photo.
The pink cassette tape found at the crime scene matches the pink cassette player used by Poppy in this old photo.
That is not me.
Yeah, it is. I'll prove it.
Oh my god. Oh, it's the other half of the photo.
You look a little different, but Fifi and Freya are pretty recognizable. It's clearly a photo of you with your two best friends. Why'd you tear it up and then hide it?
I think the answer is pretty straightforward.
Poppy hates Fifi and Freya now? Poppy doesn't want to look like that anymore. I don't think she hates Fifi and Freya. I think she doesn't look like that.
Poppy doesn't want to look like that anymore.
That's it. Makes this whole thing seem kind of irrelevant.
Maybe. It depends on the reason.
The reason she doesn't want to look like that anymore?
The passage of time is a powerful thing.
Hold on. This means that pink cassette tape does belong to you, Poppy.
It used to. I recorded some piano music onto it and gave it to Freya as a gift. Years ago.
Freya could have easily been listening to this tape at the exact moment she was killed. There's gotta be a connection between the tape, the gramophone, and the murder.
There's one other thing I want to know. How did it get that crack down the middle?
I have no
Everything's
idea.
cracked in there. That's it? Suspicion done. Okay. Now, the last two people to investigate. And there's a room in the middle that we still haven't gone to.
I imagine you don't visit the astronomy tower too often, do you?
No, but I still see Pointer, sometimes. He's always curious about what I'm growing in the greenhouse. Asks me about the birds, too, and insects. He's pretty clued up on his evolutionary biology.
I didn't think there was much overlap between astronomy and biology.
He's looking for the beetle.
Felix is a contradiction. His loyalties are placed firmly within the realm of materialism, money, property. But his ego relies on an entirely fraudulent self-image, don't you think?
I was just about to say the same thing.
Penelope is my fiancée.
Don't take this the wrong way, but Penny doesn't really strike me as your type.
She's not who she pretends to be. People think she's... well, they make assumptions.
And how's the relationship doing recently?
Good. It's good. Fifi doesn't like me.
What did you do?
I'm not sure. If you find out, maybe you can let me know. Poppy and I are friends.
Oh, I can buy that. Dark clothes, blue hair, an average of 3 words per sentence. Oh, you're like 2 peas in a pod.
She's very kind, and she has an interest in plants. Unusual flowers, mostly. I've been teaching her.
Right.
Is something wrong?
Last but not least,
Professor Pointer is a respectable astronomer. Keeps himself to himself.
we know.
What?
We're just surprised.
That was the most polite you've been about anyone.
Did you get anything useful out of him?
Not sure. What about you?
Nothing worth committing to paper.
I think he knows more than he lets on.
Yeah.
Probably. But talking with him is so tedious. I find her rather
really like her.
embarrassing. Little more than a spoiled child.
Penny must be at least 25.
27. Just makes it worse. Considerably intelligent, and her powers of observation are enviable. But she has no ambition. No focus.
In her defense, she's still a teenager.
Barely.
And her best friend just died.
Poppy has remarkable musical talent. She could be famous, wealthy even, if she wanted to.
She'd probably have to leave Tangle Tower first.
Quite.
And she does want to leave Tangle Tower. Okay. We got all of our clues. Let's go put these brain cells to work. I really want to open that secret room. Suspect statement.
That's all the statements collected. Let's run through them all to see if anything doesn't add up.
To see if anyone's been lying.
That too.
Fitz and I were up in the Moonlight Garden most of the afternoon. Then I heard this sound. Lasted about 3 seconds.
We thought it was coming from Flora's tower, so we went up there.
Her door was locked. Nobody was answering. So I made Fitz kick down the door.
Poppy and I went in. Freya was right there, laying on her back.
I left my tower and headed down towards the Grand Hall.
But in the hall, I spotted Uncle Pointer heading down the stairs. I vacated the library, but before I could begin my ascent, Professor Pointer appeared.
I didn't know what to do. So I ran downstairs to get Fifi.
I heard someone heading down the stairs.
He said,
They're just
yeah,
outside my room.
he said the steps were calm.
Someone began banging on the door. I ignored it until the someone began shouting at me.
Eventually, she let me in.
I spotted Detective Hawkshaw coming out of the library.
He emerged from the Pointer staircase, crossed the hall, and begun up the fellow staircase. As I was passing through the front door, Penelope called out from behind me. I inquired about the professor, and she told me he'd gone up the fellow tower.
I told her what had happened. She didn't believe me. She got angry.
I thought she was playing a trick on me, so I punched her in the face.
I recognized Fiona's voice as well as the voice of my own daughter.
We left the room, and Poppy's father was waiting outside. He followed us upstairs.
I ran up the stairs, hoping to catch up with him, but Felix appeared and blocked my path.
Back in the hallway, I bumped into a very concerned-looking Penelope. She was heading up Fellow Tower.
He
to
heard a
find
pair of
Professor
footsteps
Pointer.
first.
Yes, so I escorted her.
Poppy left the room for a while. When she came back, she had her father with her, and Fifi too.
Felix and Penny arrived shortly after we did.
A moment later, we were gazing down on the body of poor Freya.
Then I took a sample of the red paint on the unfinished painting.
She took me down to the library. We were in there about 15 minutes.
I quickly decided that I should leave also. I took Penelope with me, and we both went back to our rooms in Pointer Tower.
I wanted to go back to my room, but I realized nobody had told Detective Hawkshaw anything.
An unremarkable hour passed before the gardener finally made his appearance.
Hour? Oh my
I
god.
think she was annoyed about being made to wait outside so long. But when I told her about Freya, she fell silent.
That's disappointing.
What is?
All the statements line up with each other.
They don't just line up. Some of them even seem to specifically confirm each other.
Are they all lying? Wait, that's all I can do? What else am I supposed to do? I'm confused. Okay. So I click on Sally. You can do suspect statements, which is one we just did. And then there's something else.
It's a bird bath. Is that just rainwater? Looks a little weird.
The birds seem to like it.
They're even singing a little tune. Toot, 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 toot.
Please don't do that. That's a big lake.
It's kind of purple. Looks poisonous.
I think it's just water.
Yeah, water with poison in it.
Okay. Let's revisit what we know. Empty egg. Maybe the beetle was inside the egg. Real thingy. Bird book. Secret diary. Oh. Okay, so it says that for her we already did the suspicion and we talked about everything, but none of them we have suspicion. But we have talked to everybody. At this point, everyone is guilty? Honestly? there's something here. I wonder if there's... this is Fifi's room. Does the wall...
Nice room.
Like, does the wall feel warm?
It's a mess, but yeah.
No. Oh wait, we have one puzzle left that we haven't done. Is it hers? No. The puzzle that had all the letters. We haven't done that one.
Looks like it's just a bunch of notes about her life.
Now, where was that puzzle? Okay, here we did the space puzzle. Here we did the photo puzzle. We did the... Did we do a puzzle here? Oh, this one. No, we did this one.
It.
Sorry. Sorry.
A little tea set. Looks recently used.
One of the cups has tea in it.
What's in the other one?
Birdseed.
Ah. Can we tear down the...
That bed. It's
Does
like,
it
no,
mean it's not coming from the bed?
Okay, so this is not... This was this puzzle. Did we do a puzzle here? Oh, maybe it was at the library. It was at the library. This one.
A chalkboard.
Is this a library or...
I'm not sure I learned anything from that.
Well, the library does have this, but I don't think this was what I was looking for.
Why not build a science lab in the corner of the library?
The search for new knowledge, the archiving of old knowledge. It's downright poetic.
Yeah, what about this little plant?
What's in those bottles?
I'm not sure. Soil samples?
Ooh, is she analyzing the blue soil? Okay. Now, where was... I don't remember. The puzzle. Let's go look at this again.
What is that?
I think it's a family.
Okay. So now we're a little bit... We know more. Okay, so Freya Fellow. She's Fellow and Dusk, but her parents died, so she was adopted. And people were like, I don't really think she should be a Fellow. Because technically she's like a quarter Fellow. She was like a quarter Fellow. Because it was Stone Top and then Dusk. Okay. So Fiona is like the Harris because she's Remington and Fellow. Okay, Penelope is also... Penelope's half pointer. It's a bird again. Am I covering it? I am totally covering it. Trust me, there's a bird here. The red bird with the ink dip. Look at that little sea serpent here. Okay. The aquarium is empty. Presumably this goes all the way up to the tower.
There are weeds. Could be anymore.
Is there anything else here? No, it was just dusty and had this, right?
Just dusty junk.
Yeah. Man, where was it? Oh, I clicked on something. Oh. Well, that's not where I wanted to go, but sure. Halfway through the journey? Nice. It's a long journey. We are trying to remember where I last saw the puzzle.
A pretty ornate window with a great view of the lake.
We're supposed to be looking for clues, not assessing the real estate value.
This might be the best room in the house.
And over here, you'll see the owners use sheets of paper to block out all that unnecessary natural light. A simple trick, but it really transforms the space.
How's that been going? We've only had real difficulty with one puzzle, which John says is simple, but I genuinely did not understand the puzzle. Everything else has been okay, but I'm confused as to what we're supposed to be doing now. I thought we were gonna go here and then go over all of the clues, but we didn't. I mean, we did, but not all the clues. Man, I really don't remember. Let's go over every single room and see where that puzzle is.
An especially fancy cage.
And it's home to 3 especially fancy birds.
Ooh, we found feathers. 4 feathers. Yellow, purple, red. We're missing a bird. We have a bird missing.
My little writing desk.
There's nothing written in the book.
Okay.
A rather magnificent bush. Somewhat cruelly confined to a stone pot.
There's a letter P carved into the side.
Okay. Honestly, this is where I kind of miss, like, the point and click games would have like a little bit of a shimmer on something that you can click that you haven't clicked on yet. I wish this had that.
Oh, whatever it
All
is.
I gotta
What's
practice.
with all the broken glass?
Maybe it was in the garden? Yes!
A little chart of... Actually, I have no idea what it's about.
I still have no idea what it's about.
Kinda reminds me of a periodic table.
Greek letters, I think.
Kinda reminds me of a periodic table.
Okay. So this is one puzzle
What do
that
you
we
make of
haven't
it?
Not a
solved.
whole lot.
And then we also have a
Tools
puzzle in
used by a gardener
the
for gardening.
library. Okay. So we have this puzzle that we haven't solved and this puzzle. Okay, we've clicked on everything here, I'm pretty sure.
It's a statue of some hideous, scaly, bipedal fish monster
Playing a harp.
playing a harp. Hang on a second.
Another puzzle.
Isn't just a regular statue, is it?
Something tells me we're not gonna solve this just yet.
Okay, a puzzle that we can't do. Huh.
Let's come back later.
Okay, wait a minute. So this, wait, so we only have one puzzle. The other 2 are just things that I don't know what they're for.
It must do something.
You'd hope so, wouldn't you?
Harp statue, an old weathered statue of an amphibious creature holding a large harp. Symbols are engraved on each of the harp's 4 column segments. Are we missing 3? That would be not cool. What are they calling a bipedal fish monster? This shape of water looking little fellow. Okay. We should search Freya's room. Okay. Freya's room. Okay.
Do you think this was always supposed to be a bedroom?
I don't know. It is kind of a weird shape.
No windows either. That's weird.
What did you find in the drawers?
Nothing. They're completely empty. Brushes, pencils.
They're clean, but they look pretty well used.
Well, you're supposed to always clean them really well, or else they'll just stick to each other. You know, the bristles just get stuck together.
We already solved it.
Oh, right, I'm traumatized by this one. Never mind.
Freya's plants. They must not need sunlight.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say, like... Plant here?
Drawings taped up on the wall.
What's that one on the left?
Looks like 2 people standing together in a garden. One of them's holding a red rose.
A drawing of Poppy and Fitz standing in the garden. Fitz is holding a red rose. A drawing of Fifi, a drawing of Detective Hackshaw. The drawing of Poppy and Fitz was done in the rooftop garden. Yeah. Her gramophone also has a red rose on it. Okay, what else apparently have we missed?
And there's no natural light in here at all.
I like it.
I don't. How are the
Freya's
plants
They
alive?
must not-
Painting supplies.
Just little trinkets.
Let's leave them alone.
Okay, maybe that was it?
Even though we're halfway up a tower, someone's been tracking in
Oh,
mud
no.
from outside.
This was probably important. Mud
Even though someone's been tracking in.
has to have been Fitz. Someone who, because he was in the garden. He's the only one who's been in the garden recently. Okay. Where else should we go? Talk to Penny. Why? We'll talk to Penny. But I have nothing to talk to her about. Please don't tell me that I can use these to ask questions about things. Oh my
Very
god.
nice.
You've seen these before?
Yes.
I can see why we've been stuck.
Even this one of.
Yes.
We're gonna stay here a while.
I'm sure I've read about this creature somewhere. Don't remember anything about him playing the harp, though.
You read about this creature.
I must say the girls are awfully well behaved today. I think they know we're in the presence of company.
They belong to you. Why do you keep them in a cage?
A complete interaction hadn't even tried. I know.
They need a special diet, particular treatment. I let them out to fly occasionally, of course. But they're all one of a kind. I couldn't let anything happen to them.
I think you're missing one.
names?
Of course. Let me introduce you to Tabitha, Tamara, and Tatiana.
I've already forgotten all 3 of those names.
Which one is which?
Oh, that's simple. Tatiana is the oldest, Tabitha is the most patient, and Tamara has the best sense of rhythm.
Glad we cleared that up.
What about the one on your head?
On my head? It's just my hat. It doesn't have a name. Who would name their hat?
What do you mean? That's so... I've totally need my hat.
Not a fan of insects myself. Whose research is this?
We were hoping you might
Why are
know.
you interested?
No, can't say I... Freya, perhaps. I know she was always very fond of grubby little things like this.
Noted.
Ooh, a secret diary.
That's our guess too.
Excellent. Lovely.
She does not care.
Oh, there used to be all kinds of birds here at Tangle Tower. The most fascinating breeds, all totally unique.
Used to be? There are birds all over the place.
Most of them are rather ordinary, I'm afraid.
What happened to the non-ordinary ones?
That is a very good question. Oh, did Fitz show you that?
Not exactly.
We found it hidden under his bed.
Ah, right.
Oh.
If I'm not mistaken, that little red and white one is supposed to be a bird
Yes.
of some kind.
The ink dip.
A bit vain to carve wooden figurines of oneself, isn't it? Freya was very talented, even at that age.
Do you know how old this photo is?
Not sure. Must be a couple of years at least. Sometime before Fiona settled on her current style. I know a lot of people rather like this painting, but it's a little much for me. I find it overbearing. And for some reason, it makes me feel bad for Freya. I think she was more troubled than we knew. Somebody taking an interest in extinct animals.
Extinct.
Oh, yes. The book is very old. Most of the birds in it are long gone.
Well, what about this bird, though? The ink dip.
This one, well, it was thought to be extinct for a long time. Then one was found here at Tangle Tower.
So it's not extinct.
You misunderstand. It was the last one.
Ah.
The very last.
Oh.
Is that for sewing?
Maybe?
We have no idea.
Looks a little simple for Poppy, doesn't it? Thought she was a grade 12 or something.
I didn't know there were that many grades.
I'm sure they invented some new ones just for her. I can't decide what's worse. How she looks here, or how she looks now.
Do you know who this is?
Siblings.
In the photo?
Oh, absolutely no idea. That's rather strange now, isn't it?
We found it.
You
in your room.
know.
Just lying around, was it?
Nope. You'd hidden it, but we found it.
We do that.
Who's the her in the message? And what's the deal with the petals?
It's really none of your business.
It really is my business, though. I'm a detective.
Yes, it's my, my flower.
You don't like it?
I'm no good at caring for plants. I forget to water them. Birds are much easier. They're a lot more vocal when they get thirsty.
Do you at least like the look of the flower?
The look?
The colors? The shape of it?
Oh.
Between you and me, I think it's a little vulgar. Haven't seen this one in a while. He lives in the music room, doesn't he?
Currently.
Ooh, delightful. More of a gemstone than a fruit, isn't it?
Inedible, too, I think.
Yes. At one point, I thought Fitz might be growing them to sell them. But honestly, I think he just likes the way they look. Oh, that's rather sad. Freya doesn't take very good care of her pains, does she? But then she was always rather bohemian, had her own priorities.
So, the horn statue and the gramophone are both cracked. And they're like music. Not just music, like project music things. And then the bottles are also cracked.
Gaudy old thing, isn't it? Flora seems very fond of it. I've never understood why. But then I could say the same thing about her husband.
Heyo!
Terrible.
You recognize it?
The color scheme. 3 different pinks. Obscene. Poppy's gramophone. She's had it for a long time.
Oh, it's Poppy's
As a young
gramophone.
child, she'd call it her mama phone, on account of it belonging to her mother.
That's cute.
Oh yes, adorable.
That's why it has a rose.
I doubt Freya intended it, but the overall effect is a little unsettling. Don't you think?
I think it's pretty cool.
It's Flora that's the problem. She's an inescapably haunting presence, bless her. Hello. Who penned this juicy little number?
We don't know. It's not signed.
An anonymous letter? Classic clue.
Considering how she reacted to the other ones, I don't think she's related to this letter.
Goodness me. Poppy really doesn't take care of her belongings, does she?
It wasn't in Poppy's room. It was in the little pond in the garden.
Exactly! Hardly the place for it. Finally! I get to see a detective's case file.
That's a very specific thing to be excited about.
Well, only last week I asked that miserable Hawkshaw woman if I could see her case notes.
I'm guessing she said no.
Would have been much more polite if she had just said no. Instead, she was quite rude to me. Accused me of being, what was it? A shallow sensationalist. You know, it's probably quite impressive. To a visitor, fresh eyes and all that.
Not to you?
Try living in it for 20 years. The sheen wears off.
Okay.
If it wasn't for my fits, I'd have little reason to stay.
What about inheritance? You're the next oldest pointer after your uncle, aren't you?
Well, thank you very much for phrasing it like that. But no, any money left in the Pointer family will pass down directly to Poppy.
Is that fair?
I couldn't care less, to be perfectly honest.
Okay.
There's something about those petals we found in Penny's room. Something suspicious.
Let's ask her about it.
Yeah, we found this.
Oh, that's nothing.
You wrote, "Now I'll get her," on a piece of paper and hid it in your room. That's not nothing.
Why did they think she wrote it?
Actually, it's not the message I wanted to ask about. It's those red flower petals.
The petals.
They're from red roses. And there's only one place in Tangle Tower with red roses.
We need a clue. Something that shows the roses and who they belong to.
Oh dear. I was thinking of the... the photo of the... Oh, okay, we can use this one too. But I was thinking of like the...
It's a drawing of Fitz and Poppy in the
The
rooftop
rooftop
garden.
garden, yes.
See what Fitz is holding?
I can't imagine what you're getting at, but it doesn't matter. I couldn't have taken anything from the rooftop garden. It's only accessible from Fitz's room or Poppy's room. How could I have taken something from a garden to which I have no access?
Is it really only accessible from those two bedrooms?
For most people, it would be. But don't forget, Penny's the resident ornithologist.
My dears, what are you accusing me of?
Ooh. One of Penny's birds was used to spy on Poppy and Fitz? No, Freya and Fitz. No. What? And steal evidence from them? Because they were planning a murder? Murder was used to spy on Freya and Fritz. Poppy and Fritz. Freya.
One of Penny's birds was used to spy on Freya.
'Cause we're
and
missing
Fitz,
one bird.
But it didn't work. Nope.
Nope.
One of Penny's birds was used to spy on Poppy and Fitz, but it didn't work. Almost. Maybe just change one thing.
Okay, so before when it was Freya and Fitz, there were 2 things wrong, so it didn't count. But now that I put Poppy and Fitz in, this is right. And there's 1 thing wrong.
One of Penny's birds was used to spy on Poppy and Fitz because they were planning a murder. Almost. Maybe just change one thing. One of Penny's birds was used to spy on Poppy and Fitz and steal evidence from them. We know those 2 have been spending time together in the rooftop garden. I'm guessing you got paranoid. Wanted to know what they were up to.
I'm just not the jealous type. I would never suspect Fitz of anything like that.
But you don't like...
Besides, Tabitha
you don't
hardly
like
ever
Poppy.
leaves her cage. She's certainly never flown up to the rooftop garden.
We need a clue to compare with Penny's birds. Something to prove one of them has been in the rooftop garden.
Yes, the feathers.
Let's take a closer look at these.
So, purple, yellow. This is green. We have a orange and what? To confuse me? These 2 are obviously, but what about these 2?
This yellow feather was left behind by Penny's yellow bird when it visited the rooftop garden.
I can't stand it! Knowing the 2 of them are hidden away up there in their private little garden. I couldn't risk spying on them myself, so I asked dear Tabitha to do it for me. I knew she'd be able to bring me back some evidence.
Sorry, Penny, but are you not overreacting a little?
You don't understand. Fitz is slipping away from me. He's so quiet with me these days. But being with Poppy seems to bring him out of his shell. I don't know what he sees in her miserable little... I apologize. This really isn't your burden to bear.
Now we have to do this with everyone.